Well, collectors, here we are again. Today is the 2nd of March, 2023, and you might have noticed that there's someone else here.
Sneaking up on you.
Yeah, sneaking up on me. This is my good friend, Johnny V. I guess we know each other 15 years.
At least.
Something like that. Point, yeah. And Johnny is an avid collector, and he lives in Germany, has a company there. And fortunately, he was able to get about 3 weeks off, so he's going to come down here and help me for 3 weeks. So that's going to be fun. So
thank you for the invitation to your
you're welcome.
Cave of Wonders down here.
And I thought you guys would like to see Johnny in with a video. We're going to do it together, and I want to apologize. We didn't do a video last week because we were at the SOS, right?
Busy.
And
yeah.
And there's about 12 guys that wrote emails into the company to see whether I was dead or not. I mean, it's just, there's no slack.
It's doing great.
There's no slack. You just, this is free, you guys. Stop with it all. You're not even paying for it. And, I'm dead. But I'm not dead. You can see I'm still alive. And Johnny and me were, of course, at the SOS show last week, and that's the reason why you didn't get a video. And we bought quite a bit of stuff, and we also had a lot of things come in on boxes too.
Got a stack.
So we thought what we would do would first show you what we got on the SOS show, and then we'll go to the unboxing after that. And we're going to try to work it where Johnny's going to hand me the stuff, and then we'll talk about it together or whatever, and we'll see how it goes. So I think that's all I can say, except that I want to, light up as usual. Oh, that's a good one. And I also like to have a little pop, and Johnny's having a little nice Warsteiner. That's a good German beer. At least in this country, it's pretty good. It's probably lousy in Germany.
No, it's good there too.
They have so many. So,
cheers,
a toast to you being here, and
it's a pleasure.
I hope you collectors will enjoy the two of us here trying to entertain you.
There you go.
So, one sip. As usual, a goodie. And let's see what we got, Johnny. What's the first thing you want to hand me? Okay, collectors. So we're gonna start looking at the things that we got at the SOS show, and it's a pretty good show, wasn't it, Johnny?
Fantastic show.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. The only problem is the show is so big. It's 2,000 tables. I don't think I saw 5% of it.
No.
I just didn't have time. A lot of you people kept coming over and wanting your picture taken with me, and all that kind of stuff takes up a lot of time. And by the way, why don't some of you guys send me some of those pictures? I'd like to see how we look together. It's no big deal if you know how to do that on the email, and it'll make me feel good.
Put them up on the wall behind you.
Put them up on the wall behind. Yeah, we could
see yourself.
Yeah. So, so what do we got for first thing, Johnny?
Very nice Imperial
looks
sword.
Looks like an Imperial sword, yeah. Yeah, this is a, for you guys that don't know, this is a model 1889 infantry sword, and what's nice, it's all in brass. It was an officer's piece, and it's got the folding clamshell. That was for storage, and the scabbard is very nice on it too. Does that look blue to you, Johnny? I think it's a blued scabbard. It's not painted.
It does look anodized, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's in nice shape. Let's see what the blade looks like here. Put this down, and wow, what we got here, guys. This is quite something. You see this, Johnny? It's all damask, and it's got like a maidenhair pattern, and then there's a raised dedication here. Some guy named Roneberg gave this to a fellow named von Brauss. So where these usually derive, the two people were normally in cadet school, and then when they graduated, the one cadet would give a sword to the other, and probably vice versa.
Yeah.
And then when they were done with their whatever, when they got back home again, they put these up on the wall for bragging rights. So let's see if there's anything on the other side. And did you get that, Ob, or no?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And when we go on the other side, it's kind of interesting. It has Erinnerung, Potsdam und Lichterfeld. Now, I know for a fact that during the Imperial time, Lichterfeld was a cadet school in that area. So we're right about thinking that these guys went to school together. And you collectors might know, too, that what did Lichterfeld become during the Third Reich? Do you know, John?
I do not.
You don't know
Get to
that?
learn here. You really get to learn here.
This was where Sepp Dietrich set up the Waffen-SS. And the first SS division all came out of Lichterfeld. Wow. So I've never been there, but it's probably an interesting place to visit. So a sword like this, guys, you've got good possibilities here, because you could look up the two people, find out who they were. Maybe they went on to become heroes in World War I. Who knows? You know, it can be anything. And so you take a sword like that that's not really expensive, and you can almost make a whole hobby out of researching it.
A whole collection out of that.
I think it's fun, you know. What do we got here, Johnny? This looks like a beauty.
Imperial, huh?
Yeah. Now see, collectors, when you first look at this, this is what they call the cuirassier pattern. And these were swords that were generally worn by heavy cavalry. The guys that wore the brass cuirassier outfits and the lobster tail helmets and all. So they were usually pretty big guys. And this is quite beautiful. The scabbard is all nickel, and the condition of it is extraordinary. And the hilt has some really nice embellishment throughout it. And the shark skin wrapping, a lot of times you'll see that this rots over the years, but it's really nice when you see it's all still together. And of course it has the Kaiser's cipher on there. So let's see what this sword's all about. Well, here we go. We got we have a double-edged blade here, and we see that this sword belonged to an officer of the Jägersoufferd. You know what Jägersoufferd was?
Get to learn something else.
Well, for you guys that may not know, Jägersoufferd was the regiments that carried messengers from one line to the other line during World War I. And you can just imagine what a dangerous job that was. And these people had to be skilled in horsemanship and all kinds of things in order to have that job. So they were really kind of an elite group. So this is a very nice sword, quite rare.
What do you mean by double-edged? You said it's a double-edged sword. It's not a double-edged sword.
It's a triple-edged. Yeah, not double-edged, triple-edged. Rob is, he's complaining because I forgot about the etching on the spine. I mean, you did. It's really.
You said double-edged.
Yeah, okay, you're right. I should have said etched. And then on the reverse of this sword, what's nice is kind of the standard remembrance of his service time, and then there's a nice raised portrait there of the Kaiser, you know. So it's kind of a cool thing. The blade is nice. It was made by Kaiser, Karl Kaiser. You don't see that maker very often, and unless you know what it is, you're not going to know what it is. But that is the trademark of Karl Kaiser. And they also went out of business after World War I, so you don't see them. They also made a lot of beautiful naval swords, too.
They went with the Kaiser?
Yep. Went with the Kaiser. Yep. So there we go. I kind of like that sword. You like that sword, guys? You like that, Johnny?
It's incredible.
I think it's nice.
In the Imperial period.
Some guy walked up with that at the show. I got this here sword I want to sell, and you got any interest in it? And whoa, yeah. When I saw it was Jägersoufferd, I was very interested.
That's exciting. Wow.
Well, here we are. We we skipped a few years here and we're back into the Third Reich, and most of you guys will recognize this as a SSNCO Dagger. It's got the runes on the top pommel and very nice ebony grip, and with the NCO types there's no wire in the grip. That's how it would normally be. And it has the Wotan knot here at the top of the scabbard. And look at the condition. This is very, very unusual to see that all the black
is still in the background.
Yeah, that, I mean, you know, shows very little wear. And the scabbard is almost mint. And what's interesting too is the lower chape, which is built in on the NCO type, it's not rusted. You know, these are usually sitting on somebody's cellar floor, and you know, it's very rare to find a sword where the chape is still in that condition. Yeah. So it's a nice Dagger so far, and let's see. Oh boy, here we go, guys. Absolutely stone mint blade. It has the matte finish that we see on these kind of SS pieces, and I believe it's maker mark too. Oh, there you go, guys. Just who you want to see, Peter Dan Krebs. And it has the white washer like Krebs always do. So
desirable mark too.
Very desirable. Sometimes Krebs will be SS stamped, the Coulter Zeichen mark under the hilt, but a lot of times they won't, which this one is not. But there's the Coulter Zeichen stamp on the throat. So a lot of guys get concerned. Oh, my Dagger isn't stamped, and you know, I get that question a lot. How come? You know, but it's just the way it is. Yep. Maybe the guy that did the stamping was tired, and because I've seen some that are stamped, so I don't know. But that's a very nice piece too. You like that one, Johnny?
I like all of them. These are beautiful things.
This is a beautiful thing too. Oh, yeah. And my cigar one out. As usual. Now, what do you got here? Another piece. This is, of course, a lion head. You'll notice it does not have a languette though on it. It was just a style. But it does have a nice shark skin grip with the glass in the eyes, and this is actually a Bavarian pattern. Remember, in Imperial Germany, all these states had their own stuff. You know, they didn't want to, even though they were all under the same after the Franco-Prussian War, even though they're all still Germany, they wanted to keep that.
Their own independent style,
their independent power, yeah. And scabbard is nice on this. Again, the chape is not bad, and let's see what the blade looks like. Oh boy, we got another killer here. Well, here we go, collectors. You can see that this is a damask blade, and it's got gold and blue inlay work. And it features this mark, you'll see this a lot, Eisenhower, which meant technically a blade that was capable of cutting steel. I mean, that's the true
direct translation.
Yeah, but when we see that mark, it's put on there as a quality skill, is what it is. And then they have this is how you know it's Bavarian right away. A lot of these little countries, states, principalities had their own motto for their country. And in Bavaria, it was In Treue Fest. And then on the other side, they wanted to make sure you remembered the motto and Treue Fest on the other side too. And then it says, which is a nice touch in blue here, Damastall. You know?
Damask steel.
Yep. Damask steel. This blade was produced by WK&C. It's got the King and Knight trademark. That this mark goes back to around 1898 up to about 1902 in that area. And there's something on the spine here too. Let's see what this is.
A distributor, huh?
It's a distributor, yeah.
Nuremberg.
From Nuremberg. How about that? And where is Nuremberg? Bavaria. How about that? see what this was, guys. The person that purchased this sword, he went in to see this retailer, and they obviously had a contract with WK&C and sold their things. So, you know, it's not a bad sword. Again, these kind of swords are not real expensive, and there's so much to look at and so beautiful. The condition is great, I think. All right, Johnny, we're moving along here,
Yeah,
buddy.
making progress.
Getting
We've got so
tired
much
yet?
Stuff. Not a bit. Not a bit.
Not a bit?
Waking me up here.
Yeah, we do these kind of early. I always say it's too early for drinking, but who
Don't
cares?
Don't tell.
Oh, yeah, and this is obviously an early Luftwaffe sword. I bought this as we were packing up. So the guy behind me had it, and it was too expensive during the show. So it sat and sat and sat, and I went up and I said, "What are you going to do with that Luftwaffe sword? It's been sitting here for 4 days, and yeah, all right. What do you want to pay for it?" And so I got it for
last-minute deal.
Last-minute deal.
Yeah,
so, but what I like about it, the nickeling and silvering is still between the legs of the sun wheels. And that's you know, when you see that, you know the piece was not worn too much. The leather is perfect. Look at that scabbard leather, just incredible. With the crescent hanger still in good shape, and nice patina all around. And these Luftwaffe sword blades always knock me over. The condition of them is just, look at that thing. I mean, it's like a absolute mirror.
A mirror, yeah.
Nickel plated, that's why they look so great and why they held up so well. But that's a nice thing, and it's made by SMF, which we see a lot of SMF pieces. I noticed on this piece too when I was writing it up. I didn't notice when I was buying it, or maybe I could got some more money off. But there's one grip wire that seems to be gone. See, it's supposed to be double wire, and every other slot has only a single wire in it, so we need to see if we can get some proper wire to make that 100%, because it really is a sword worthy of,
sword, yeah.
you know. So that's cool. So what else we got, Johnny?
I got a whole box here.
Yeah?
Pull these out for you, sort of with time.
Oh, here we go.
Switch gears to some cloth.
Yeah. I think you guys will like this. I like this a lot. It's actually it's a banner. It's a single-sided banner, and it's got two U-shaped hooks to display it, but it's all separate construction, and it features the swaz here in the center on a white field with the lines that run all the way through the flag, and then in the center of the swaz is a DJ insignia, and that's all separate construction too. I've never seen one like this. Have you, Johnny?
No,
I think it's really
extremely rare and early,
very
right?
rare.
With all that
Yeah,
separate
early
construction work.
and extremely well made. There's no holes in it. It's in perfect condition. So, so you guys that are into HJ and DJ, this is something that you might like.
Can you show the hangers?
I thought I did.
No.
The brackets, you mean?
Yeah, the metal tabs.
Right
there.
See, they look just like that.
But you never
Really
see.
substantial. Yeah, you
Yeah.
never see that. That's the first time I've ever seen that. See how substantial it's done and all? And they're both there. So, a really exceptional flag there that I like a lot. What else we got, Johnny?
We got another one.
Oh, here we go.
Here, it's a bed sheet.
Yeah, this this flag is. I'm not going to undo it for you, but it is really a butt kicker. The condition on it is perfect. There's not a hole in the flag. As you can see, it's naval proofed. When you see, that's the naval eagle, and the M underneath stands for, of course, Marine. And then it has KR, which stands for Kriegs,
Yep.
FL for flag, and then the size of it, 200 by 335. This is a pretty good size flag. It actually is 11 foot by 6.5 foot. That's what that all translates out to. So, yeah, it's a big flag, but it is in choice condition, and it's really, if you don't have a Kriegs flag, boy, this is the time to jump in for one.
That'll
And
do you.
really a goodie. No holes, no problems, just perfect condition. Well, Johnny, what else we got in that magic box?
A few helmets.
Few
and
helmets
accessories
and-
here.
Well, let's see. We got an RLB armband that comes with this fantastic RLB hat. Not hat, but helmet. It's not the gladiator type, or is it? I don't know. It is a
I think so,
two-piece
yeah.
helmet. Yeah, and it's got the decals on it. And look at the condition of the decal on the Luftschutz front. It's just perfect. And the condition overall is spectacular. But what's really cool, collectors, and I don't believe I've ever seen this before. Have you ever seen this, Johnny?
No.
There's a number 7 on the top of the helmet, and I guess we're just lucky, but I don't know. Would you believe this, collectors? That there's the guy's armband with the number 7 woven into the back of it.
It's incredible.
How would you ever find something? I mean, just how this guy put this together.
Kept it
I don't
together,
know.
yeah.
Just really,
All
really.
those years.
So for you guys that like Luftschutz things, that is really. And you could try to research what 7 was or whatever. It's probably some group. The strap is broken. That's a shame. That's the only thing wrong with it. The rest of the helmet is basically mint.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Johnny.
That's it.
That's pretty interesting, huh, guys? I never saw that before. I'll bet a lot of you haven't either. Oh, here we go. I love these. I love these NSKK,
yeah.
KK crash helmets, and this one is just a killer. It's the first model. See that early eagle on there? That was the first type that they used, and the leather throughout is really great on the helmet. And the ear flaps are just like new. I mean, they're just, look at that, guys. There's no rod on it. The chin strap is fantastic. And then if you look down inside this thing, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it essentially, the first word says Eigentum. What does that mean, John?
Property of, right?
Property of,
Yeah.
You're right, and it goes on about a property of an NSKK brigada that was based in Zor,
Oh, wow.
and that's all inside there, you know. So this is really a premium NSKK crash helmet. These, Rob and I, when we see them, we try to get them, especially they're in good condition, and they last a day. Somebody
True.
wants them,
yeah.
you know, because they're
hard
so
to find
cool.
and yeah,
Yep.
they're very cool looking.
Yeah, very cool. I notice they're so little too. I don't know, everybody's head seems little in those days. That's because we all have too big of a head.
All right. How about some edged weapons, huh?
Yeah, let's do some edged weapons. Well, this is not too impressive. It's a forestry cutlass, and it's an aluminum one, and the gild has started to age around the hilt. The scabbard mounts are brass on it, but if you look closely, you'll see the little acorn logo there in the ferrule, and they had this before they had this logo. Did you know that this pattern was made before
Really?
they had their logo? And they must have sold so many of those that they got to thinking, well, it's time to change our logo. Why don't we go with this?
Seems popular, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good cutlass. The stag plates are very nice on it, and it's got all the nuts. You can see it's produced by Icorn with a 3541 mark with a beautiful blade. Oh, and then we got a little bonus too here. The distributor that you'll see on many Icorn cutlasses, Michovius from Gottbis, W. Michovius from Gottbis. And they must have been really a big hunting forestry retailer, because you see an awful lot of things that
Absolutely.
have their marking. And it might be worth noting, collectors, you know, a lot of you are afraid of of cutlasses because the reproductions and post-war things. I have never, in all my years, ever seen a piece that had Metrovius Scotbus on us that wasn't correct.
Yeah, that's right.
It's always correct. So that's not a bad piece. It's got a good frog on it. And we'll show another one that's in nicer condition, and this piece is quite rare. It's an aluminum hilt with a gilt finish, but it's got the eagle and swaz built into the ferrule.
Very rare.
And the reason it's so rare is because they didn't start to produce this until about 1940, something like that. And the only hunting you were doing then was after Russians, not deer and boar. So they didn't sell a lot of cutlasses. But this is an exceptional piece. It's an unmarked piece, but it is absolutely original, in very fine condition. Got the triple hunting etch blade and so forth. But I liked it a lot, so I had to have it. And here we go, another thing that I'm going to have to sell. I don't know, but still, we'll see what happens. But incidentally, you see these NCO bayonet trottles on a lot of forestry things, and I still have not figured out why. It must have been something where, I don't know, maybe they weren't qualified to wear the hunting knot, but they were in the army or something. I don't know, but there's too many of them that are on there.
Yeah, to be coincidence, right?
It's not just something somebody put on. I mean, it may be sometimes, but not all the time. So there you go. Oh yeah, there we go. It's right. Ooh. Yeah. What do we got next? Oh yeah, this yeah. I gotta light this cigar before I. This is something, guys. It's a National Shooting Association cutlass, and it's made by Alcozo, and it's got nice fittings throughout with the proper shooting knot.
That is hard to find.
But what's extraordinary about it is
Don't tell me there's no crack.
there is not a crack or a chip in it.
Wow.
Not a crack or a chip, and you're saying, "Oh, okay, I don't believe that. It's probably a phony grip with made out of solid celluloid." I'm going to show you guys. This is what you want to see with these pieces. They're made the same way as a naval grip. They're a carved wood base,
with
and the
celluloid
celluloid over it. There you go, guys. See that wood, Johnny?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what you want to see.
That's what you want to see.
But boy, it's
and for there to be no cracks, I mean, you'll look at 100
like
of them. Yeah, it is. It's very much like an eggshell. So because of that, that makes this particular cutlass very, very
extremely
special.
rare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very desirable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine has a crack.
Yeah, so does mine. This first one I've seen like this, I got this from my friend Andrew Gates in England. He turned it up someplace there, so I don't know. But and then what he did, he told me when he brought it over in the airplane, he took the grip off and put the grip in his carry-on luggage so that it wouldn't be exposed to the cold and the baggage bin.
Yeah, baggage
and it was
handling.
Probably a good idea. So
Yeah, it seems to have worked.
Yep. So that's a nice
man.
piece, guys. The blade is also mint too. I didn't show it to you, but you know what they look like.
Shall we move to navals?
Yeah, let's
Always a
move into the
favorite.
Navy. See what the Navy's doing these days. Oh, here we go, guys. Nice gilding on this piece with all brass fittings, and the grip is in choice condition, and it's got an original aluminum portapee on it, and like I always say with portapees that we know are specifically used by the Navy, they always got this little cat's ass stuffing here in the bottom, and I mean, you'll see them without that, but the ones that have it in there, you know, they definitely were purchases by the Navy. So the knot shows a little wear, but
you gotta love that. I mean,
yeah, I
you can
mean,
see
it's
been there.
never been off.
Yeah. And the swing wear right here.
Yeah, it's
great.
just nice. And we got the usual fouled anchor blade, which looks like it's in mint condition. And of course, this is an Eichhorn piece. It's you know, a piece like that is you just can't go wrong with it. They're
especially
always
with the gilt. That's
oh
very hard
yeah,
to find in that
oh
store.
yeah. It's so that's nice enough. Another Navy.
Back to the Empire.
Oh, here we go, guys. This is really a lovely piece. It's an Imperial naval dirk. That I would call a 1902 model. It's the shorter length. You know, you'll see some long ones too. They come from the 1890s, most of them, but the shorter ones like this that were made like this are we start to see them in 1902, and they always have the Kaiser's crown. By the way, you'll see that the Kaiser's crown had a cross on the top, but it's always made flat. On reproduction pommels, if you see a well-shaped form cross, it's no good.
Interesting.
And you know why they did that?
So it doesn't get caught on things?
So it wouldn't tear the nice wool uniform, you know.
There you go.
And then it has a beautiful ivory grip that's in absolute perfect condition, and the Imperial crossguard with the capstan ends, and it has a kind of a hand chased scabbard with the beautiful work done on the oak leaves here and all. I mean, that's nice, and you know, that took a lot of time to do that kind of thing. I mean, that was all done by hand and just great. And let's see what kind of blade we got here. Whoa, there we go, guys. There's a beautiful mint conditioned Damascus blade with the dual fullers in it for Navy. It's unmarked, but there's probably markings on the tang. I haven't had a chance to look, but sometimes there aren't either. But that's a great original blade, and look how beautiful it is with a little pattern in it and all. So that's this is a very fine example, completely dent free, and it shows very little wear really. That's a real winner. Well, Johnny, you give me another Navy.
Well,
We're getting Navy to death here, guys. Yeah. Well, this is kind of an interesting dagger. When I look at it, the first thing I see is that the pommel is a little different from what I would ordinarily see. You notice the wreath is vaulted outward, and the wings have more recess to them.
Oh yeah.
And this was the pommel that was produced in 1937 and was made to replace the bull pommel. So we can assume this dagger had a bull pommel when it was originally produced. And it's got a nice celluloid grip and a real fine silver bullion knot, which everybody likes those, you know. And it's not really worn much either. And then, we got a green cat's ass here on this one, boy. We're living here. But still a nice thing. And
any significance to that?
I don't know if it would be or not. I don't know. That's one thing I don't know. But,
we found something.
Yeah. And then we got a nice scabbard here that is wear is commensurate with the dagger that had a bull top, lightning bolt pattern. Actually, the maker on this piece is Puma, and Puma didn't really make any naval parts or anything, so they bought them from other manufacturers. And we can tell that if we look at this scabbard. See, the acanthus leaves are pointed.
Oh yeah.
You'll only see that on Alcozo daggers.
Interesting.
Okay. And also, it's got the Alcozo type flathead screws. Normally, they're different from that. So it's technically the scabbard was made by Alcozo, but probably finished by Puma. And as I say, yeah, it has a nice blade, and it is a Puma mark piece. I'll show that to you.
Wow, that's rare.
With a real early mark. Yeah, that's a rare maker for
navals.
navals.
Absolutely.
And you notice also with the dagger, it's got that button that's drilled through the crossguard, rather than most of them are just a little niche that was put up here. See, with the standard buttons, they just cut a niche in the bottom of the crossguard, and then when you take it apart, the button falls out and you lose it and can't find it. With these type, that doesn't happen. So, and that's more of an earlier quality, although some producers did make it. So these are just stuff you probably don't care about, but they're just little things that I've noticed over the years. And
I didn't know Puma manufactured in the Imperial period.
this is not Imperial. This is
okay,
this would be
the
late 20s, early 30s.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, this would be the model 1929, which was produced with a pommel round and then changed over in 1937. So this dagger could have been made about 1935, something like that.
Okay.
So, but it's a nice,
beautifully done, yeah.
beautifully done, and really a rare maker too. So that's kind of cool. What else we got, Johnny?
So many things, so many nice things.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we got a nice early dagger here. You guys, if you like looking at the outside, the first thing I notice that the cross guards have that acorn look.
Yep.
The precise grooves and the way they're shaped, and the grip has the acorn shape, and a nice anodized scabbard, and a really nice early hanger. You know, on early pieces like this, you want to see the solid nickel clip and buckle. And let's see, we got a group of mark there. I can't read it on there, but in fact, I don't think the mark is readable. It's stamped terrible, so that you can't see it.
Can't quite make it out, huh?
But look how nice
Beautiful
the grain
grip. Yeah,
is,
the
and
grain
grip
and the- yeah, I
is
was just
really,
gonna
really
say.
pretty, and
Little
hanger's
tiger
in
to
good
it.
shape. So let's see what we got here. All right, collectors, there you go. You got a nice mint blade, alles für Deutschland, and let's see if it's an acorn. Wow, we lucked out.
More than that.
It's
yeah.
not only an acorn.
It's very lazy.
It's a
Lazy
it's the
man.
laziest room I've ever seen.
That's beautiful. Wow.
See, we have the whole inscription is here, and the guy just kind of scratched across the
Yeah.
signature. You can still see much of the
Quite a bit.
Rome
The
signature.
umlaut is quite
Yeah,
clear
the
on top.
umlaut. Oh,
Yeah.
the whole thing is. So you know, there was no rule on how you were going to remove some of the whole things all ground up and everything. And then you see something like this, and you wonder, is this guy following the rules or just shortcutting his customer? You know. And of course, it has the early double oval mark there, which you want to see. Acorn Romes will normally have this double oval. They'll also have a real large double oval sometimes, the real earliest ones. But you want to make sure that that double oval is where it should be,
Yeah,
and you want to
not too
make
far
sure
down.
the smaller one is where it should be, close to the cross guard and so forth. So that is, I think that's really a great.
That's fantastic.
It's a great dagger. I paid a lot of money for it, but I couldn't resist it. It was
I
just
think
too
There's
nice.
going to be a few people who can't resist it. you know.
Too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, this is all stuff that was at the SOS. All you had to do was walk around, and
That's right.
there it was. You know, it's easy.
Here's something unusual.
Yeah, this is this
Sorry,
I
we
think
never
goes someplace
will.
else, but yeah, you guys are probably saying, "What the hell is that thing?" You see that the mounts are nickel; they're not brass. And the grip is ivory. It has a Prussian pommel that's identical to a Naval, except it's nickel, and the Imperial type cross guards. But there's nothing here, and on the other side, there's nothing either. You guys may know there were daggers made for the Auto Club
That would have been
and
my
the
guess.
Aero Club, and they'll normally have a little insignia there. This may have very well been the boating club,
Oh, really?
because they did requisition small boats that private people were using to take troops around, and I feel that it's possibly that, but either way, it's one of the club type daggers. These were kind of semi-official organizations in Imperial Germany. As you can remember, or as you can imagine, if you had an airplane in 1916 that was yours, that was
Pretty special.
Pretty special, and the Army wanted you to help out.
Yeah, there you go.
And the same thing with automobiles. I mean, this time, you know, automobiles were just coming into their own, so this was a way for the Imperial Army to bolster up forces a little bit.
Interesting.
It's the same thing they did in this country in World War II. They took all of our ships.
Right.
Some of the finest passenger liners in the world were all painted battleship gray, and they filled them up with troops. You know.
That's right.
This has a nice blade on it too. It's a very fine dagger. It's also made by Carl Eichhorn
Early, yeah.
with the early Imperial double-back squirrels, and just a beautiful
etch. I've never seen that before.
The blade is absolutely mint, and we know it's real early. The catch is the type that's on the top of the blade rather than sunk in. See how that is? You can see that is collectors. And we see that usually on stuff that's before 1910, 11,
Really?
something like that. But I don't know what the hell this dagger is, guys. I'm just guessing, but it sure is a beauty.
Yeah, it is.
I like it a lot. I might even keep it. I have a collection of Aero and Automobile Club daggers, so that might go in good.
Now we're getting
What's coming up
a
next?
little random out of order here.
This is that's just kind of it's just an army dagger. The hangers are ready to fall apart, and the knots on backwards and all frayed. But I bought it because number one, I like the grip. The grip is very pretty, and it has what we call generic A cross guards with a generic scabbard. And then the best part about it is it has a mint blade, and the blade is marked WMW Waffen. And that's just not a mark we see very often.
No, that's a rare one. Yeah.
It's a very rare mark. So, you know, for you guys that are collecting Army types.
By maker, yeah, absolutely.
By maker, you'll look...
a long time to find one of those.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this one, the condition is good. I probably would get rid of the hangers, and I might consider junking that Portapee too, but it is, these are what came on it, so you know, it is what it is, as we say. So that's that. It's still not a bad dagger,
It's
though.
nice to find the rare ones. I always look for those generic fittings because there's a chance it's somebody really. You know,
Well, with generic fittings, you never know what kind of blade you're going to find. They're the fittings that you'll find on the small maker ones.
That's right. That's right.
And what do we got here?
Here's a very beautiful Pioneer.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is.
Why do you call it a Pioneer, Johnny?
Well, the crossguard doesn't have the standard.
And what else? The
Up here,
beak,
yeah,
the
the
beak
beak
is
is rounded
rounded
off, right?
also. So Pioneer bayonets, they're called Pioneer bayonets because of the style, and a lot of people think they were only worn by Pioneer people, but that's not true.
Okay.
It was just an option that not very many people ordered. Maybe they didn't like the looks of it. You know, it doesn't have the usual pizzazz as the other one do. But anyhow, when we look at this, is where the real fun starts. This is just a beautiful etched pack bayonet, and it's got the standing soldier design there. It was pattern number 6 in the pack catalog. It's, you know, quite rare, but it is probably the most common of the pack etches. But then when we turn this baby over, ta-da, it's double etched, and it's got the etching of a machine gun battalion.
Wow.
You know, and the town. The town is named Helgaberg or something. Hilleberg, kind of hard to see. And it's got the early pack logo, and so, you know, you collectors may be saying to yourself, well, this is a pack bayonet. Anytime I've ever seen a pack bayonet, it has rivets that are offset in the thing, and that is true. But not for the Pioneer style, because Pack did not make this hilt. They apparently didn't sell enough of them. They didn't want to bother making it, so they ordered the hilt from supplier that did make it and fitted it themselves with, and they had to use standard rivets because it wasn't set up for the.
Good to know.
That's something. It is good to know
Yeah.
because if you didn't know,
Otherwise-
you're going to say, "Oh, whoa, this can't be right. That's not a pack hilt," but it is, guys. So that's a very very valuable thing. I was looking last night when I wrote this up. I was looking in the Wayne Teckett book.
Oh yeah.
The same bayonet's in his book.
Oh really?
So that
Beautiful.
might be something.
That helps. That helps.
I'll have to tell Wayne that and write it in a little bit. Yeah.
Be very happy to hear.
Oh yeah. So how we doing? Got more stuff yet, Johnny?
Yeah, we do indeed.
Oh boy.
Starting to get down toward the bottom of that
Man,
box.
I better
but,
check the balance in my account. All right, guys. Obviously, this is a second model Luftwaffe, but it's got a really nice silvered scabbard and beautiful fittings, and there's still a little bit of gilt on the pommel swazes. You can just pick it up a little bit, and it has a very fine orange grip in perfect condition, which is a little lighter on the back. Because as I've told you many times, celluloid was subject to light. So this dagger was stored like this, where the light hit here and didn't hit here, and that's why we see that. And let's see what kind of blade is on here. Oh my goodness, just a killer. Nickel plated, beautiful, full mint condition, and it's made by Paul Wyersberg. You can see that trademark. It's this is a very, very high quality second model Luftwaffe. I like this piece a lot, so I had to buy it. Another reason I had to buy it, the guy only wanted $300 for it. Do you believe that?
I don't believe that.
That is the truth.
I have.
That is the truth. That's what I paid for it. That doesn't mean you're going to get it cheap, though, guys. I got to make some money sometime, you know.
That's right.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to brag.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't happen often. But yeah, this is really something. This is an armband that I've just never ever seen. It is maybe one of a kind. Even it's just ultra rare. From what I can find out, it was worn by the top official in the RAD.
Yeah.
And it's all a real thick wool with gold bullion edges, trim, and a gold bullion RAD eagle with the wreath and the shovel, and just really, and it's perfect too. There's no holes in it, and but this armband would be in the category of what a Reichsleiter or something would be. It's going to be very expensive, but for somebody that's really into RAD, it's the ultimate.
That's the top. That
And it is really good. It weighs a ton because of the bullion too, you know. Just an incredible thing. I like that. That's good. How's your beer, Johnny? You still
Very
got
nice.
beer
Yeah,
there?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing all right, sir.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yep.
Cheers.
Wow. Tastes like there's booze in there. Oh, there can't be, no. What do we got next, Johnny?
Yeah, a little more cloth for you.
A little more cloth?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. My goodness. You know what that is, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
That's a Luft pennant, yeah.
Yep. And
beautiful
it's
one.
a general.
Is it?
It's a general, yeah. This is a Luftwaffe General's core pennant, and the edges are all with bullion, and see the little swazes that are inlaid into the bullion. Isn't that
incredible?
Nice work. I mean,
Yeah.
boy, how do you even
Details.
do that?
That's a good question.
And then the gold Luftwaffe eagle, which would only be worn by a general. If it were a colonel or something, it'd be a silver eagle. And it's the same on both sides, and it's a wool background. It would have had tabs here, that then they connect, you know, all that gizmo. You see the celluloid that went over them and all that, but it's really a nice thing. And if a guy has a choice Luftwaffe collection, that would make a nice nice highlight. So
This looks like the same material as the uniform, isn't it?
it is. It's that nice wool.
Blue wool, yeah.
Yeah. They call it doe skin, I think.
Do they really?
Yeah, doe skin, because it feels like doe skin. But that's nice. Yep.
Thing.
You like that, Rob?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I think it's all right. What? More daggers? Oh boy, what we got here?
There's a nice condition
Well,
piece.
just looking at this, guys. I mean, you can see it's going to be a later piece for the
RZM.
aluminum. Yeah, an RZM piece and nice nickel-plated cross guards and a really nice hanger too. Let's just see what we got here. Boy, this is a nice dagger. Wow. Oh, blade is perfect too, just perfect. And
Cross grain, wow.
oh yeah, just like new. And then we have an RZM M7/9, and then underneath of it, it has the date 1941. So believe it or not, guys, this was a last-ditch piece, but yet the quality is outstanding. M79 is SMF, yeah, and they made good stuff.
They did make good stuff.
And remember the blade's dated 41, which is really cool too. The original hanger on this baby. When you pull this, it's got the RZM markings for the leather producer. When you pull this back here, I'm not going to pull it back, but I looked at it last night. 1941.
41, yeah.
So it all goes together, and I mean, it's kind of hard to imagine that that this dagger was even worn.
Even worn, yeah.
It just
The
is
ball's perfect. And,
oh, it's just lovely. The paint's
mint.
perfect, and so that's a damn nice piece. I like it. A lot of you guys, oh, I don't like those late pieces. I just want an early piece.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
when they're
know,
like
it's a
that-
different dagger again.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
is.
it's a different
it's a
thing.
different type.
Yeah.
We got one more essay in here. A little earlier.
Another essay, yeah. Yeah, this is an earlier one. It's got nice nickel cross guards. The anodizing shows some age to it, but you know, what are you going to do, guys? And but it does have a nice original early hanger on it too. The grip is nice. The fit is very, very nice, like a rubber glove with the nickel eagle. It's even got a little
Dagger,
grain in
yeah.
there. Yeah, it's not
Little
bad.
few stripes in there.
Not bad, and the other side also has the stripes in there, and the blade is fine. It's a nice blade. The Alles for Deutschland, just a tiny bit of age there, but not bad. You can still see the cross grain in it a little bit, and it's kind of an unusual producer. This is Sud Messerfabrik, which I just think means South Dagger
knife,
Factory,
yeah.
doesn't it? Or Weapons Factory,
That's
isn't
right.
that what it means? Yeah.
Knife, yeah. Southern knife
And they were
company.
from a little place, Gafries.
Yeah.
Do you know where
Not
Gafries
Solingen.
is? Have you ever been
No, I
there?
actually don't. I have to admit.
No,
I know where
yeah.
Ullings
Could
is.
freeze my ass off.
So, you know, Gafries, and I've told you before, when the contract for SAs was issued by Rome, there was an
Yeah.
order for 1 million of them. And Rome wanted to not just give all the business to Soligan. He wanted it to be spread
Yeah.
around the country so that it could be used by all the makers. So that's why you'll see a company from Gafries. They probably made 100 of these things, or probably didn't
It's
make
a
any
rare
of them.
mark.
The parts were shipped to them and they put them together. It's a pretty rare maker, but
Very much, yeah.
yeah.
Can I see the maker again, Dad?
Yeah. Yeah. South Weapons Maker.
Messer would be knife, but yeah. Southern knife
Southern Knife Maker,
maker.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a rare maker.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look that one up. I don't know what it is on the scale, but I mean, I've seen it before. It's not a 10, but it's
Yeah, I think you've seen
it's
them all.
still pretty good. Oh, I've seen most of them. Not all of them, but...
There you go, sir.
And then we got dum-dum-dum. We got an SS Dagger here. This SS has nickel-plated cross guards, nickel-plated scabbard fittings, and the paint shows a little age. but it does have a really
Nice
fine,
coffin
fine
hanger.
hanger, and it's got a chip here. This is something I might consider getting repaired because the where do you see the blade on this
Could be
piece?
done easily. And
Could be
really
easily,
doesn't,
yeah. It wouldn't. I don't think it
doesn't take
affects the
away.
value, but the blade is just spectacular. And you get one hint on who it's going to be because the throat is the thicker kind of throat here that you see very often used on eichhorn pieces. So I would suspect that it'll be an eichhorn, and it is, and it's a double-proofed one.
Nice.
It's very, very nice where they have the RZM and then the 3541 trademark. So it's a dagger that it's a nice thing. It's very, very desirable with that blade. So I think it's worth having the chips fixed, and it won't hurt it. It won't hurt
Got
it.
somebody's initials in there as well.
Yeah,
Scratched
you're
in
right.
there,
There's the original wearer's initials are in there, and especially with the vertical
Yeah,
hanger.
those verticals are.
Yeah. And the vertical is
Highly
commensurate with the date on that thing, with the age, because it's a plated one. Typical M5-8 Asman, you know. And so overall, I mean, that's a very desirable dagger. It just needs a little bit of help, but no big deal, and it's worthwhile doing.
Beautiful. All right, we've got some odds and ends, but beautiful things. How about some RAD hangers?
How about some RAD hangers? Look at the condition of them.
Right?
I have never seen a set in that condition.
Those are fantastic.
They are virtually brand new. They're just beautiful. No wear at all to the fittings. The leather is like new. They don't come any better. And then it's got the
Asman stamp.
Asman stamp on the top clip, which you see sometimes and sometimes you don't, but they're the ones that apparently made the hardware for it. So that's for somebody that's got a mint RAD dagger. I mean,
that completes it.
You know, it's a shame that you got a real mint piece, and then you got these hangers that are all ready to rot apart and all. You know, whereas this, you still be able to keep these for a lifetime, and they'll stay nice. So that's a good set of hangers. Ran into them at the show. What else we got?
Speaking of hangers.
Aha!
Huh.
Another beauty.
Yeah.
This, guys, is the what we call the RAD bullet type. We call it a bullet because of the shape of this leather on the bottom protected the uniform from getting rubbed by that heavy hewer. And then it has the belt loop on it and the snap clip. Most of the time you'll see them, they're Asman marked. Not all the time, but most of the time they are. And this one's kind of fancy too. I mean, see how nice the condition of the leather is and all. And then on the back it's got a felt. It's pretty cool. A little mothing there, but what are you going to do? But it's still, that's kind of
Felt
a rare
backing.
option. You know?
It is.
You don't see that much. And you can see the condition of that leather is just. So again, if you have a mint hewer, it's perfect for the process there. So I think that's pretty cool. Does that wind us up, or we still got more?
Still
got more. Oh.
This is a beautiful thing. Speaking of things we've never seen before.
Yeah, this I like a lot.
Let me take that out of your
Yeah, we'll get those out of the way. Don't bend them.
No, fold them over.
Yeah, fold them up. Yeah, that's this is the Alcozo, what we call 3/4 size Luftwaffe sword miniature, and it has absolute perfect leather. The gilding is still on the sun wheels, but it's really cool on it. It's the only one I've ever seen, a Luftwaffe sword. It has the original owner's name and the town that he was from there on the blade, all beautifully done. And then if you look real close, I think it reads this way. It gives the details of this man. He was a Kraftfahrer. You know what that would be?
Boy, no.
A driver.
Really?
He was a driver, and he was with a. It looks like an artillery group or something. The details are all on there. So there you have the man's name, where he was from, what he did, and what unit he was with. So you virtually could
research
the whole thing. Plus you got a dagger that's in just about mint condition. So I had to buy that. It was expensive, but it should be. It's nice.
Thing.
It's a beautiful thing, yeah.
Alright, how about a very heavy pull top?
Oh, who doesn't love these pole tops? This is the agricultural pole top. And this was the organization that SS Obergruppenführer Dare was in charge of.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And you think, oh, it's farm stuff, but just think of it. You got a country that's going to try to conquer the war. How are you going to feed the people and the soldiers? So farming was extremely important.
Yeah.
Agriculture was. So they're kind of neat. They're real heavy, these things, and the swaz is all solid nickel. And then they decorate it with a sword and then a wheat shaft, you know.
Solid brass.
After I bought it, I was saying, I don't think this thing's marked. I thought they were usually marked. I'm looking all over at the stem and looking at the piece and all over there. And then all of a sudden...
It's on the bottom side, yeah.
You're right, Ob. You'll see there, it has the manufacturer's name and that he was from Munich, and then it has Gesh Gesh in little tiny little letters. How did you know it was up there, Rob?
I photographed them before.
You remember that, yeah.
A lot of people could own that for 30 years and never see that.
Yeah, who would ever see it? So, but you know, that's a nice touch. You know,
Yeah,
you see something like that. You know it's real, but and it's nice to see there's a maker.
Definitely the heaviest pull top out there.
Yeah.
It weighs a
Can
ton,
you imagine
collectors. It really
holding that
does.
all day in parade?
Yeah, held this up 8 feet in the air by the time that they was over.
You get one day off from farming, then you have to carry that down the street for 3
One day off
miles.
of walking
3
to-
kilometers. Thanks a lot.
Beautiful.
And I guess this is the last thing.
We're getting down there. We got one more after
One
this.
more
I
thing.
think.
These are.
Hang in there.
We had one of these a couple of sessions ago. These are extremely rare. It's a preacher in the army.
The priest's
Chaplain.
chaplain.
Chaplain, and that's why the purple is there. You know, their tabs were purple and so forth. And then on the reverse of it, it's all stamped that it's a Wehrmacht issue type. So it was an army chaplain, and I got 2 of them. They do not appear to ever been issued, either one of them, but they're in mint condition. So they're very rare things. And the last one I had, the guy that bought it was so thrilled. He had a army chaplain's tunic.
Oh, wow.
And he wanted it. So they're pretty
That
cool.
completes it.
Pretty cool. This is pretty cool too.
Alright.
Just what I need.
Your last item from the box.
That's it. Well, collectors, these are not much to brag about. Everybody in the Wehrmacht, the Luftwaffe, or the SS, all had to eat when they were out in the field. So they made these mess kits where they combined the 4 tools all together, and they're stamped with the Wehrmacht eagle. And I think there's a number here. What is the number? 90 or something. I don't know what that means, but all the parts are match number too.
Oh, okay.
So it's a nice little mess kit. And
Yeah.
a lot of guys that collect field gear and all that
Absolutely.
like this. So.
Got a can opener and everything you need there.
So that's what we have there for SOS.
That is it, sir.
That's what we got.
we did pretty well.
There's, I forgot we got a couple more things. Well, you're still with us, collectors? I hope you are. I know it's running long, and I apologize for it, but I know you like to see this stuff. You can always put it on hold for a while. Go
That's right.
take a nap, John, right?
Come back to
come
it.
back to it, or go get a drink or whatever. And
We're hanging in there.
Oh, that's not a Denobly.
no. No, it's a little bigger cigar. I like any kind, though, collectors. Doesn't matter. It's
How
all
many
good
cigars were
tobacco.
gifted to you at the show, Pop?
Oh,
Right.
Didn't we got a lot of liquor, didn't we, Johnny?
You did.
Bottle after
You did
bottle
well.
after bottle,
You did well.
and a ton of cigars.
Very
which
kind of you.
I thank you people very much. It's
Yeah.
great.
A lot of cool people out there.
Mhm.
This hobby.
Yeah, you were just about to run out too. You were down to about 10,250 cigars.
Yeah.
Right?
So we still got a few more things from the show that will show you this. This no big deal, but if you like nice Luftwaffe hangers, these are the kind of buckles and snaps that you see very rarely. They're really high quality, and then you got the leather tops
leather
on them,
tabs,
you know.
yeah.
And I think and a DRGM marked clip, and the reverse shows a little bit of wear to them. The obverse is perfect, but you can see where somebody wore these babies. But they didn't beat them up at all. Still, if you wanted to display them with a mint dagger, they still would look nice because the fronts, they're made so well. That's why they held up well. So that's a nice set of straps that I.
Good, honest parade
Yeah,
wear.
absolutely, parade wear. That's it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, the old
Always popular.
HJ knife. We got to have one of them, and this is kind of a nice. The hilt is, they come two ways. The earlier ones are solid steel, nickel plated, and the later ones are pot metal.
Yeah.
And you put a magnet on them, and you can easily tell which kind they are. And the nickel, solid steel ones hold up better than the. But anyhow, the plating's in nice condition. The grip plates and the insignia's in nice condition. And the scabbard was repainted during the time. You can see that's really, really early, and more than likely the kid did that himself by the looks of it. Looks like he dipped it into the paint can and let it drip down. But it doesn't look as pretty as a factory job, but it is what it is, and it is period, and it's a nice knife too.
Oh.
It's a mid-period one. You know it's mid-period because it has the ricasso.
That's right.
They didn't start to produce the ricasso till about 1936. The other ones, the earlier ones, had no ricasso. And the motto is on there. It's still nice and crisp. The blade is not bad at all. It's got a little edge sharpening, but what kid wouldn't sharpen his knife? I know
right.
I would. And
38.
38, M38.
Oh wow,
I think
it's
I wrote-
Styleheimer.
Is it that you're right? How did you know that, Johnny? Boy, you're
Johnny knows
Trying to know
his
what you
RCM
think.
codes.
That's what I'm here for.
there you go. Beat me to the punch there. It is a pull seal hammer.
Yeah.
So,
It's a good mark.
yeah, it's good mark. So that's not too bad. If you're looking for a good basic example with a motto, that's the kind of knife you want to get. And again, the paint is absolutely period, done by the kid. So what the heck, you know? Another honey here. This is a later SA. Of course, it's got the aluminum eagle. The guards and the scabbard mounts are nickel plated with a nice painted finish. It still is perfect.
Yeah,
And
99%.
nice hanger with a belt loop and so forth. And the hanger, that's a proper hanger with a RCM on it. And nice grip, fits good, and a little stiff getting out. Very nice mint blade. Absolutely mint. Alles for Deutschland. And you'll like this, guys. It's a double proof.
Oh, that's a rare one.
But you see the two deer heads? That was the firm of Connect. Connect. And RCM marked at the same time. So that's a very desirable thing. Some of you collectors are specializing in
The double proofs.
proofs.
I know those guys.
And that one is
That's
the
a hard
toughest
one to find.
So that's a very worthwhile purchase, and the blade is mint too. So you got everything there with that piece. I like that one a lot, and that's a real goodie.
It's beautiful.
Somebody will love that.
We all love that.
They all love that. Yeah.
All right, sir.
Let's see what we got here. Well, we got an early SS. It actually has a beautiful grip. Grip is perfect with really nice nickel cross guards and an early nickel vertical hanger. Unfortunately, the scabbard paint, it was repainted during the time, and it looks like it was done with a broom, but then the ball's a little squashed too, but still, it is what it is. And let's see what we got here. Okay, the blade shows a little bit of usage, but it's not too bad. And it's a ground room, and it's a hemisphere, yeah. Hemisphere, you're right, John. I'm always saying hemispheres, hemisphere. So, you know, it's good early dagger. Nothing wrong with it. It's 100% original. Notice this too, Johnny. Look how far the runes are turned.
Yeah,
I mean, that's up to 8 o'clock or something. I mean, that is really, and it happened, I think, you know, we say, well, it's maybe the grip drying caused that, or some people say it was put that way because the dagger was originally carried by a hanger on a 45-degree angle, so
then it would hang vertically.
When it was hanging, you would see it. You know, that's possible too. I don't know whether anybody knows the answer. The spring's broken in the snap clip, but that's easy. We have springs to fix those. That's no problem. So that's a good SS dagger. It's not mint, but it's real, and sometimes the not mint ones are somewhat affordable too. We hope. What do we got here?
Be a clasp.
This is going to be a, I think a herder. I'm not sure. Let me just. Yeah, it's going to be a herder. See how low the eagle is in the grip.
Where it's
that's a
parallel to the
typical herder, and a beautiful grip, beautiful cross guards. The scabbard fittings are really nice. The ball has just a little bit of ding, but it's not bad. But the
anodizing is beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. And a beautiful early hanger. Look at that early hanger. Man, that's a $300 hanger anymore, you know, in that condition, and an unmarked one.
Nice narrow clip.
I call those the snout nose clip because it's so narrow, and the spring itself is retained by or the spring is riveted to retain, so the clip goes against it. So there's a little rivet inside there that holds that. You never noticed that? And they all have that. The snout nose has that little rivet. Now let's see what the blade looks like. And wow, that's a nice, real nice blade. Meine Era Heißsteuer. All the grain is there. And then when you turn it over, what do we got here, collectors? This is a partial SS Rome. Very, very rare to see that.
See that.
The full Rome is taken out, and a little bit of the comrade chopped is out too, but most of it has been left there. And there's a clear herder trademark with a one district. This is just a very, very, very difficult dagger to find. And it's in decent condition too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's
with any of the Rome on there.
Yeah, so you know, for guys that are looking for investment pieces and all, you can't go wrong. I mean, they're expensive, but it's quite a piece of history there, to say the least.
At least.
I like that dagger. You like that one, Johnny?
I do indeed.
Yeah.
How can you not?
How can you not? Right.
Speaking of, there we go. Whose grip is that?
Well, let's see on this one. Looks kind of Eichhornish.
Doesn't it? Looks like the fat toad, right?
Yeah, it's kind of Eichhornish. And let's see what we got here. I don't know, but it may not be, but I don't know. Let's see. It's got a 3 stamping on the back, just kind of light, and the grip's nice. Little surface there, a little surface here, but nothing bad. And the anodizing is still very nice. The button's okay and all. It's got a decent blade. It shows a little wear. It's not too bad though. No pitting or anything. Just a little bit of grain in it. And what we have here is an extremely rare thing. It is not Eichhorn, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's Hemisphere, I think.
It is. Yeah.
So we messed up on that one, sir.
I did. No, that was me.
What you have here, collectors, in Herzlinger Kammerschaft von dem Bach. Von dem Bach, Zellish, his name was a full SS Obergruppenführer, and he was second only in command to Himmler. He was a very, very high SS official, and he was in charge of that whole so-called cleansing of Poland and all that horrible stuff with Warsaw and all that. Was all his doing. He was a real louse. He was not executed though. He was in jail for the rest of his life. He was only convicted of killing somebody back in 1938 during Kristallnacht.
Okay.
And that's what they got him for, because apparently they couldn't get him for anything else. But he's a very, very famous SS officer. And just to show you a little bit, this is him. This is him here, and the Dagger is in my book. And he issued, apparently, 4 or 5 of these are known in collections. So he was kind of like a Rome guy, I mean, on a much smaller scale. But something like this is so rare and so just, wow, I got to have that for my advanced collection, you know. So that is an incredible piece, and it's quite expensive. But then again, it is what it is, and oh, there's a picture. You will probably recognize that. Shows the book, but and also it's neat of it. Dagger's pictured in the book and all that, you know.
Absolutely.
So
that's a chilling piece of history.
Yeah, a very chilling piece of history there. Not for everybody, but it's quite a piece. And then I think we got one more, do we, Johnny? Two more.
Just keeps coming.
Yeah. Oh, what do you? Oh, this.
What a cool hanger, right?
Yeah. This is just. And this is truly Eichhorn. Look at those.
Yeah.
Look at, see those.
And the stripes in there.
Yeah, it's got a tiger, light tiger stripe in the grip, but the hanger is just. This is one of those hangers that they had made before there was any real regulation on what they should be, and this sucker's never been off there. I'll tell you that. Look at that. Look at the stripes in there. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's really a nice hilt, and beautiful beautiful blade, and ta-da! There's a
Where did you find that?
full Eichhorn.
Look at that tiny
my
double
secret.
oval. Yeah,
My secret with a double oval, and just a beautiful inscription on a full mint blade, and it just doesn't come any better. And the dagger's all untouched too. You know,
Absolutely.
It's never been cleaned, and just an absolute killer. A real.
That's the way I like it.
That's the
With
best
the
you'll.
grip. That is
The
amazing.
grip, yeah, with the grip and the cool,
And the custom made
the custom hanger and the
vertical.
and the mint blade. I mean, they just don't. Brings chills. I mean, it's just so rare and so great. You know, look at the striping on the back too. Just, I mean, you do see full roams now and again, but this one just is.
It's a time capsule right there.
Just fantastic. So I like that a lot. I hope you collectors like seeing that. I could look at that for the next couple of years and not get tired of it.
I think a lot of people are hoping to. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a killer, absolute killer. And then we got one more, I think, Johnny.
This is our last one. Yes.
It's our last one. Yeah. Here we go, and this is going to be another Eichhorn dagger. See those, you know, and a nice grip, and beautiful anodized scabbard, beautiful early short hanger. The snout nose, see that little rivet in there? Yeah, they all had that, holding that spring in. Very nice scabbard, and this one has a Hochland where they stamped it way over there, you know. Oh, you guys are going to like this dagger, right? This is one of the rarest daggers made during the Third Reich time. and Eichhorn had the contract. And the contract for this particular dagger was instituted by Rudolf Hess himself, the Deputy Führer. I'll show you what we got here. Now we see the obverse blade has Alles für Deutschland, but see it's the small A. And the trademark is put on the obverse. And the reason for that is they needed the room because it's totally filled with inscription. And it just is
dedication.
Now what this is all about, in the town of Krefeld, which was along the Rhine River, they built a brand new bridge there. I think it opened in 1936 it was, and an SA Gruppenführer by the name of Wittmann was in charge of that area, so he had to be involved with this when they had the bridge opening. But since the bridge was named the Adolf Hitler Bridge, Hess had to be the one to make the, Hitler wasn't going to do that, it's only a bridge, but Hess had to be the one to take care of the opening. So they Hess ordered 4 or 5 of these daggers with Wittmann's name on them that could be given out to the important people that were at the opening. And Johnny, you read German a little bit. Just read that inscription just read the words and then tell us what it says.
Oh boy.
If you can. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Here.
Quiet now, we want to hear this.
Ah, boy, mit diesem Dolch aus Krefelder Edelstahl Durchschnitt der Stellvertreter des Führers Reichsminister Rudolf Hess anlässlich der Verkehrsübergabe der Adolf Hitler Rheinbrücke in Krefeld Uerdingen am 7. Juni 1936 das Sperrband.
So what is it actually saying, John, in English? Give us a hint.
I'll give you the overview. Yeah, with this dagger made of Krefeld steel, dedicated by the Reichsminister Rudolf Hess at the order of Adolf Hitler, dedicated to the Rheinbrücke, the Rhine Bridge over Krefeld, 7th of June 1936.
I think it's interesting too that with Hess, I believe his name is preceded by the PG,
Correct.
Partygenusen. So even though here's the Deputy Reichsführer of the whole of Germany, and I even saw this before on a Goering piece. But whenever something where Hitler was kind of involved, these people, even though they were the highest ranking people in Germany, were still Partygenusen, party members. So I think it's interesting that they used that title instead of assistant to the Führer. He's still just a party member to Hitler. So just imagine, collectors, how important something like this is to an advanced collector. I mean, it's a really, really historic piece, and of course it has so much going for it when you look at it, and it just with a small motto and the trademark on the front and all that, and it just a tremendous piece of history. And how do you want to see it, Ob? It's all right. And just to give you an idea, Wittmann, as I said, he was an SA Gruppenführer of that area, and he was well known in the party too. He was a real big shot. He was a what do they call the government branch, Reichstag member, and
This is your chance to get a small A on something other than a Christmas dagger.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And here we there's a little folder on Wittmann and so forth that talks about his history, and this dagger was featured in Tom Johnson's book, one of his books. That's Wittmann there. And there's a lot of stuff here that pertains to it. These were the guys on the bridge. The picture shows Hess with Wittmann next to him and a couple other guys. That was the bridge. I wonder whether it's still there. Maybe
That's a
they
good
knocked
question.
it down.
That's a
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
More here. This was a dinner they were at after the dedication of the bridge, and there's Hess there, and I think that's Wittmann. And more pictures of the
There's the
Dagger and all.
Dagger, yeah.
So it just is something that if you're, what do you want to say, Of? No, you're all right. Well, just think of we're collecting daggers that come from an area of history. Maybe it wasn't such good history, but it happened. And when you zero into something like this that represents the highest of the people involved, and a bridge over the Rhine was a big deal in those days, an event like this, and then to actually possess
Such a thing.
something that it's just, I think it's incredible, and it gives you kind of, wow, you know, how did this happen to you,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and so for somebody out there that's really looking for something that would be the height of their collection, this is a great piece. So, collectors, with that, that's the stuff that we got at the SOS. I mean,
It's a pretty good haul.
wasn't a bad haul.
No,
So
no, you did
not
awesome.
a whole bunch of things, but just about everything that we got was nice.
Yes.
Yes. Do we have any junk in there? There really
I
wasn't
don't think
any.
you get any junk.
No, there wasn't
You're
any.
pretty good at
any-
weeding that out, I have to say.
So I hope that you enjoyed it. I know it was long, and we're going to do another video on unboxing.
Yep.
All the stuff that came in while we were at the SOS show when everybody thought I was dead because there was no video out. So. Well, here we go, collectors, again. We're doing unboxing number 65, I believe, and today is March the 2nd, and I've got Johnny V with me here, my friend.
Good to see you
About
again, sir.
15 years, something
Yes,
like that,
yes, indeed.
and Johnny's going to hang out here for about 3 weeks, and we met each other at the SOS this year, and we just did a video on the SOS stuff that we bought, so hopefully
Hope you liked that.
Hope you liked it, yeah. And Johnny and I just wanted to say something too. We have a very good mutual friend, Serge Mache from California, and old Serge, he didn't have a double or a triple, he had a quadruple bypass.
He doesn't
And,
do anything half-hearted. You know?
Yeah.
In a way,
Yeah,
it's a bit too much, sir.
That
Take care of
sort of last him up from me. He wanted to go to the show, but the doctor said, "No way, you're not going anywhere." So, anyhow,
Missed you.
Serge, we miss you, and sorry you didn't make it, but
Yep.
we'll do it next year or whatever.
Gute
So-
Besserung.
Yeah, that's it. So, anyhow, Johnny and I are going to, while we were away at the SOS show, the usual happened. The whole basement's piled up with boxes again.
It's like Christmas in here.
Yeah, it's Christmas again.
Yeah.
That's what you
Pretty
guys write
impressive.
in. It must be like Christmas.
Feels that way.
It
Does indeed.
sometimes it is, but you know, when you get a porta-pee or something, it's not. But it's still
Everything
good.
counts.
Everything
Everything
counts.
counts.
Yeah, but
As long as it's good.
yeah. So we're gonna start out here. Johnny's gonna work with me, and we'll see what we got. And as usual, I have no idea what's in the boxes, so you're gonna see it
Confirm that.
same time as me.
Still got the Bob Burns cutter going. Johnny looks
Yeah.
a little more
I'm
capable.
taking the risk today.
Yeah, you're taking the risk?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, be
Well,
careful.
okay.
Those Bob Burns cutters,
They're
boy,
fresh.
they're fresh. Yeah. Well, looks like we
Let
got a
them
little
know.
letter here, and let's see. I'm not going to read it really. Just oh, good. He wrote his name and address on it, and okay. Let's see what we got here. This man wants to trade whatever is here. And we'll see what what that could possibly be. You know, we do trading, we do buying, you know, we do it all. And if you have something in your collection that's maybe you got 2 of them, it's a duplicate or whatever, and you can trade it to us for something that you want. So
I trade for cash. That's what I trade.
Oh, I'll blitz cash.
No upgrading problem.
No upgrading problem. No, that's good, Ob. I tend to agree with Ob too. But,
Trades, I don't know.
yeah. Well, what do we got here? Oh, a flying helmet.
Oh.
Boy, there's a nice one though, isn't it?
It better be.
That's something.
Yeah, these are really cool. Guys like these things. This one's got a label in it and everything.
From Siemens. Look at that.
Yeah, Siemens. That's right. Siemens made a lot of this stuff. Of course, they're not in business today, you know. And if you write them about their, they didn't do any of this. It must have been a relative or something. But you know how that is, guys. But
Plausible denial.
yeah. See, these are all hooked in with the earphones and all too, where they. So they're kind of interesting things. It's not a dagger, but that's something I can use.
See the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe there's somebody out there that can use that and turn it into cash, as Ob says, you know. Now let's see what else we got here. Looks like a couple of things here. The old collar tab stuff. Johnny was working here yesterday, and we had him trying to find whether everything we have is on the website. And so far, Johnny's found about 250 things that have been here for 10 years.
You guys.
We've never. How do we exist? I don't know.
Well, yeah. We'll get this
He always
straightened
told people, well, I'm not a businessman, and it's really obvious when somebody comes in and starts auditing some of this stuff. It's shameful.
There's a lot here.
Yeah,
We'll get it up on the site.
Take it easy with auditing. It was inventory.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, this looks like a set of, I think this lightning bolt blitz means that it was like a radio guide.
Communications, right?
Communications, yeah. So they look like nice tabs.
That's a rather eccentric lightning bolt.
Yeah. And here's another set. Boy, they're pretty. These are a political leader, I believe. And the white would mean that they're from the Christ level area, which was a city official. And the nice gold eagles, and they
mint
really
condition.
look, absolute mint, yeah.
Those are nice tabs. Yeah.
So they're very nice. I like both of them. Thanks. Your trade might work. Looks good. Anything else in there, Johnny?
More to come.
Oh, good. Let's see. Now this is there are a lot of little stuff here. Well, we don't want to take too much time with this kind of stuff, but we'll just show them to you. Here's a the shelf. Folk, I'm not sure. Is that a naval?
Absolutely.
Schiff, yeah.
Yeah.
Naval cap.
Naval cap badge. So that's kind of cool. Guys, must have been a ship called the Gorg Fock. Gotta watch how you pronounce that one. A little
See
tough
if there's anything on the inside.
Yeah. On the inside, no,
Probably
it's,
shouldn't be, but yeah. Okay.
no, just all blank. But that looks pretty nice. And you can put that away, Johnny, and I'll get the next group of stuff out here. What do we got here? This is all good stuff, though. I know you guys don't all collect just daggers, so it's good to get other things too once in a while. And let's see what we got here. Oh, well. Sometimes people like these. I think this is some form of a compass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. It still works too. You're at north, Johnny.
Yeah, right.
Whether it's good or bad, but yeah, and it's got a mirror in there, so you can
Check
fit
your
your
makeup.
mustache.
Yeah,
you
check
know.
your makeup there.
Yeah, check your makeup and the shoulder board. That looks SS to me. Is that SS? You think with a black? See what he says.
With black and silver, that'd be my guess.
German word. Oh, engineer. Lieutenant shoulder strap and compass. So I guess the engineers did have black too, didn't they? Yep.
Keeps it confusing.
Yep. You can put that stuff back. And what else we got here, guys?
Looks like some forestry.
I think you're right, Ob. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we got a forestry shoulder board and some tabs, you know, very nice. The forestry stuff is always beautifully
done, right?
Really, really nice.
Yeah.
That bullion work and all, just
They really have.
incredible. Moving along, guys, and see what else we got here.
This is more of an unbagging than an
It's
unboxing.
an unbagging, yeah, it's not unboxing, it's unbagging. Let's see what the hell this is. And you still there with me, guys? Oh, some kind of a an NCO Luftwaffe thing. Looks like it's hand stitched on there. Yeah, I guess he was a real buck private when he started, and somebody stitched that on for him. I don't know, but that's okay, I guess. No great shakes. Oh, good. A picture of Herman. He looks like he has a gas pain.
Looks like he just ate.
Yeah, he just ate. They had Mexican food that night in Germany, and he's trying to get over it there. I never saw that picture of Goering. It's
Turn it
funny.
the other way, Pop.
It's funny. Let's see what else is here. I don't know what this is. That is a strange one.
Found in the ruins of Hermann Goering.
Found in the ruins of Hermann Goering's home, March 1946. One stick pin. I don't feel a stick pin, but maybe it's original German Reich Marshal Hermann Goering epaulette. This is a Goering epaulette. Found in 1946, the ruins of the home of World War II German Reich Marshal Hermann Goering, during which it's in Karen Hall or whatever. Well, we'll look into that. That might be kind of a nice thing. Just doesn't look like something that would go onto his uniform, though, does it?
Someone who visited.
It was found in his home in the section where the porter lived.
John, is there anything on the back of the photo?
No, it's been
That
cut out
just
of a
cut
mag.
out of the mag, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, we'll look at that and we'll let you know what that stuff is, but I think the man wanted to trade a Navy dagger for all that stuff. Well, we'll look and see. Maybe one with a plain blade.
It's up to you. It's up to you, sir.
He's like, oh, jeez,
You
thanks
know
a
what
lot.
that means, don't you guys? Johnny doesn't think it's going to make it.
Oh, don't put it on me now. Got some peanuts. I know you love peanuts. But I think we handled it well this time, though.
Let's see how this works. That works good. What do we got here, Johnny? Is a different guy?
Yeah. Yeah, this is box number 2. We're making progress.
Yeah. Box number 2. Well, guys, here we go. The gifts continue. Oh, and a cigar too. This is Brazilian. Is the man from Brazil that sent this, Johnny? Just curious here. What a nice thing if he is.
Don't see anything on here. Yeah, there you go.
Brazilian coffee and special cigar for when you take a moment out of your day. Isn't that nice? Thank you, sir. Is that Maurice or Guerrera? Guerrera. Thank you, Senor Guerrera. That's very, very nice of you. I can assure you that it will go to good use. Good use.
Absolutely.
That's very, very nice of you, sir. I really appreciate the stuff that you guys, you know, why are you sending me these things? I mean, just nice, you know, there's some really, really nice, nice people out there. So that's always fun. Thank you. Well, we need some of that coffee to sober up, Johnny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not that we ever get drunk here, although we, I guess we do and just don't know it because we're drunk. Let's see what we got here. Looks like an easy one to get to. Another little letter. Let's see what's in here first. Well, it's all wrapped up in a nice envelope here. Give me a little cut there, Johnny. Not my finger though. Oh, good.
That's trust right there.
Yeah, trust. That's trust. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. Well, they look pretty nice, guys. There's a tag on the back of this one. See, this kind of stuff takes an expert.
Yeah.
I am not an expert on SS insignia, but we will check this stuff out and we'll get it vetted. And if it turns out to be original, this is some heavy duty stuff. Very
Let's
heavy
lay them
duty.
down,
Put it
Pop,
down
so I
here
can
so
take a look at them.
Yeah. So we shall see. It's all officer quality too. It's they're not in the, so we'll see. That's
Any RCM tags?
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, on the back of that skull. Yeah, that's some rare stuff. Let me just see what he's saying here without taking a. He's liquidating his collection. I'll start with the collar tabs. Give me your best price. You know, there you go. We'll see. So we'll check this stuff out, guys. And if anybody out there really knows SS insignia, we would appreciate your opinion without cursing. I hope it's good stuff. It looks good. Mm-hmm.
Some good stamps all over. Look at that. Somebody spent some time.
Well, this is the kind of thing that if you send it registered mail, the postal guy has to stamp every little seal and.
Sure where to get into
Yeah, I
this,
would
to be
say
honest with
probably
you.
start these.
You've got
two.
the experience, yeah.
Probably, from my experience with boxes, I think that's the right way. But is your cutter sharp?
Oh, it's
The
beautiful.
Bob Burns
Bob
cutter.
Burns is.
Yeah. Well, we got to
Yeah.
also give much acclaim to Bob Burns, and somebody was suggesting that we get Bob to autograph his cutters and we could sell them.
There you go.
Okay, we have a box cutter here. We only want $85 for
right.
it. What to get
Dedication.
Bob Burns' signature?
Dedication on the blade.
Yeah, dedication. Yeah, yeah, we have to have that in German, of course, too.
Got a little letter.
Little there. And see if you can zap this across the seam there, Johnny. And yeah, there we go. See if that does it. Got more stuff inside here. Little things and a bigger thing, and yeah, we're going to need some more tape cutting here.
Start here.
Yeah, you can start it out, and I'll look at it. It's a good way to ship it, though. It's nicely done.
Yeah, that'd be good there.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. These are something. These are really, really precious.
Oh, uh-huh.
Goering had these made by a firm, Paul Fricot, their name was, in Paris, one of the best jewelers in the world. And these were made for Herman's 50th birthday. And look how elaborate the coat of arms is.
That tells you something he didn't have it made in Germany, right?
No, not everything. Remember, Herman did go to Paris a lot, too.
Yeah.
Now,
Also to buy, you know what, pictures, paintings, and things like that.
what?
Art. And Herman paid for everything. Everybody said, oh, he stole it all. He didn't steal it. He did pay for the things.
Now, we just had a set of these not too long ago.
Yeah, we did. That's why we know what they are. And it comes from the same lady. That's how I know what they are, too. Look, there you go. It's also interesting, the Parisian format puts the monogram and
on the
coat of
backside.
arms on the back of the pieces.
It's beautiful how it fits the
just,
proportions, right?
Oh, just fantastic. I mean, and this is the finest stuff ever made.
Yeah, you can
Just
see that,
just beautiful. Beautiful. These are expensive too. They're really rare and just beautiful things. Believe it or not, this set was originally found in Herman's hunting supplies that were in a large trunk in one of his automobiles. So he goes out in the woods and shoots a boar and eats with this stuff. I mean, wow, that's kind of hard to imagine, but there you are. I guess he had so much. What's the difference? I need a fork. I don't care who made it. I'm hungry.
Apparently you did care who made it.
Yeah.
A lot of Herman stuff.
Let's see what we got. Well, we got some more of the same there with a beautiful Goering. This is the most elaborate coat of arms I've ever seen for Goering. Just wow, there's a whole wow. This stuff
you got
is
a fish knife. Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at that thing. Look at that fish knife. Oh, look at that. Just incredible. See if we can get that out. That's just fantastic. Just a bigger knife. Beautiful, beautiful things. Wowee. Oh, there's more yet. Wow. Yeah, well, this is a real treasure, collectors. For you guys that are into silver, this is the creme de la creme of what you can buy. It's just the best. Well, okay, collectors, we're moving right along. You getting tired yet, Johnny?
No, not a bit.
Oh, we still got the.
This is like
Yeah, there's some.
kind of work I'm qualified for.
My heart's still kind of beating over that flatware. That stuff is. I know a lot of you guys don't like silverware, but I'm telling you, the real stuff that just really.
When you've got it in your hand, the weight. And,
oh yeah, it just talks to you.
Handwork.
I can almost see Herman opening his mouth there and
God forbid.
Spoon after
having
spoon
a
with
nice
that guy.
piece of rare boar, you know. Let's see, a little dagger bag. Oh, I know what this is. This is nothing. This is just something for me. I had a scabbard with a dent in it, and I sent it out to be repaired. And where's the dent? It looks pretty good, huh? So that's all that is.
Nothing wrong with that.
So if you guys got scabbards with dents, I have the source to get them out. And what could be
Seems
in
like a
there?
book
Is this from the same guy?
Yes, it is. Shall I? No.
Oh, no. It looks like a little porn there. Who's going to watch that? I'm sorry, collectors. Now we got an X rating here, triple X on that stuff. You just see, like I say, you never know what's going to come in a box. You just never know. Guys, here we go. Your hands getting tired yet, Johnny?
Not a bit.
Not a bit. Okay. Pressing on here with more good stuff, and hopefully something that you'll all enjoy. I like this having an assistant. I don't have to do that. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
Saves the basic handwork.
Yeah.
Alright, that looks like something might be.
Might be a dagger,
Good for
huh?
you.
Looks like it might be.
You got a letter here.
A little letter, yeah, on a scrap of paper. Well, I'll tell you one thing. This guy's using up the boxing material that he got from somebody else. It's not new bubble wrap, guys, but it lasts a long time, and wow. Oh, man. Well, Johnny, you can never get enough of these. Look at that!
Ooh.
Look at that gilded swaz, and that's really nice, and deeper orange on the front than the back, like you see them with the silvered scabbard and all. It's really quite beautiful. The knot's original to it, but you know, you can see how that just you can.
You got an acorn there, Pop?
Right where?
Boy, it looks, that's, see that heart-shaped palm there? That's normally an acorn, but we could be wrong, but let's see. Robbie might be, no, we're wrong, it's a Wyersburg. But Wyersburg didn't make their own mounts, so They must have bought Eichhorn fittings, but then it's Waffen amp, then it's nickel plated. It's really a fine piece. Somebody will like that. But you're right though, Ob, that is absolutely an Eichhorn pommel.
For some reason, the gilt always held up on theirs.
Well, Wyersburg, you'll see a lot of gilded Swazes too, and SMFs. But they're the only three that. But that's a nice dagger. I like that a lot. We'll keep that.
That'll work.
Yep.
I don't like this. You not cutting the boxes. The video's going too fast. It usually takes 10 minutes per box.
Oh, the amount of stuff.
The amount of stuff. I thought this would be the efficient. It's the production line method, right?
Right.
Yeah. This one looks like it's going to take some work to get into. So.
This fat cigar is not a Denobly. I snuck it in here in the middle.
Looks like the house is on fire.
For all I know, it probably is.
Probably would be. You never know.
Never know. Yeah. Better have another drink.
Boy, this is a good cigar. Really got a lot of smoke to it.
I'm not sure they can see it.
It's just some cigar. You realize the house is on fire. God. Don't even say that. That's not good. Never want to think about something like that.
It's not funny, especially here.
Yeah, especially here.
Yeah.
You guys hanging in there? Johnny's pretty good at this. He's better at it than I think.
I'm new to this. This isn't normal.
He hasn't cut himself yet either, so far so good. Yes, sir.
Getting closer.
Yep. Yep, we're doing good here. All right. Oh, more bubble wrap. Oh, we got a lot of free bubble wrap there. Good stuff too. See if we can get that, Johnny. Well, I wonder what this could be. Whatever it is, the guy really cherished it here.
Get the feeling we might be in something fragile.
Yeah. I think this cigar smoke is everything in automatic patina.
Oh.
Nicotine.
See some gold here.
Oh, I think I know what this is
I
going
can
to be.
tell already.
Yeah, this is a Heydrich porcelain plate. Reinhardt Heydrich. There's been controversy about these plates, but I know for a fact that these plates are original. I remember when they were discovered about 15 years ago. I know where they came from, and they are original. And Heydrich has done his initials basically in SS, and that's the way he signed his name too, with the same kind of thing. And this is the finest of porcelain, beautiful stuff, all trademarked. And
Who's the trademark? Nymphenburg?
I don't know whether it's Nymphenburg or not. I think it's a Bavarian maker though.
I can't quite see it. Tell a little more towards me.
There's no paper in there.
No, all bubble wrap.
Okay.
But that's a nice thing, guys. I like this, and it makes for a great decoration to highlight your SS collection or whatever.
You can put your gathering utensils next to the Heydrich
Right,
plate.
yeah, there you go, yeah. So there we go on that. Thank you, Johnny. We got any more left?
Oh, of course we do.
Of course. Okay. Bigger box here. Yeah, those are tough.
That's how you get your exercise. Right?
Yep. Ah, looks like some edge weapons. That's good. We all like daggers, don't we, guys? Absolutely. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Yep. You can work on these while I get this one open, and let's see what we got here. I hope it's something nice, guys. Well, it's a K98 bayonet. Not that they're not nice, they are what they are, and there are plenty of guys that collect them, and we sell them, and I kind of like them. This one was through the war. And it's got all of the waffen amps and so forth on it. It's the blade is numbered 2270, and the scabbard's got some age on it. I really can't see whether it matches or not, but
I'll take a look.
maybe you can take a look on your camera there and see if it's matching number.
There's
Hard to see, isn't it? Yeah.
there's no number there. I could do a little more research on that one.
How about the reverse here? Maybe there's a number. Oh, there's a maker
There's
there.
a maker, yeah.
Yeah, it's dated 42. Well, we'll look into that, guys. But
That thing looks like it's been sticking in some mud for a while.
yeah, it's real. Let's see what we got here. Another one in the scabbard backwards. Let's see what this one is. Not in bad condition. It's made by Paul Weiersberg, number 3549. No match, I don't think. Was that
No.
like 3379 or something?
2019.
Yeah, no, so it's not a matcher, but it's not bad. It's pretty nice. You know, if you just want a real combat bayonet, they were used during the war. These are something you can pick up quite cheaply.
Also in backwards.
Also in backwards.
It's a
Well,
trend.
this is a naval piece, of course, and the pommel was turned around, and what happened here when it became a little loose, so the guy turned it around and then broke the grip here.
It's
Yeah,
customized.
you gotta be careful
You gotta
tightening those
be
pommels.
very, very careful.
Mhm.
Looks, I don't know, it looks like an acorn piece, but let's see here. Yeah, it's an acorn piece. Yeah, the blade looks okay.
That's an over the shoulder. That's a
Yeah,
rare mark.
Yeah, a little later. Well, you know, and the washer's missing and broken grip. And, I'm sorry, collectors. You know, they see so many of these really, really magnificent things all the time. But then every once in a while, hey, it is what it is.
Hey.
And guys that are on a budget, this is a good starting piece.
That's right.
It's absolutely
Nothing
original.
wrong with
And
it,
then when you get a little more money later, you can upgrade it, or
right.
you know. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Everybody wants mint, but hey, it's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
through a war, you know.
Yeah,
and
a lot of it
70
has.
years of
So,
time.
all right, we got anything else left?
Yes, indeed.
Well, so far I think the stuff we bought at the show was a little bit better than the stuff that's coming in here. But
Here's quite the example of packaging, John.
oh man, yeah,
This is the end. You don't.
Yeah, there's
like
a
that.
this piece comes from Tasmania.
Tasmania.
It was shipped from Tasmania, and can you imagine the guy just puts this thin, what do you call this paper?
Saran
wrap over the end of it instead of the cap. And when we got this from the post office, wasn't it, the scabbard was hanging
things
out
were
the
shaking
bottom?
out of it already. Yeah.
Yeah, this was hanging out of the bottom of it.
I hope it's
So-
all there, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I mean, you're seeing it at the same time I have, but it's just kind of, it's carelessness. And, you know, these guys, you can't imagine what these things must go through from Tasmania
Oh, yeah.
to America, all the different
Yeah.
planes and custom agents and all that kind of stuff. And
Well, we're gonna have a pile here.
how about open that up and we'll look at the stuff one by one and see what we got here.
And here's something. Oh boy.
What the heck is?
Oh goodness, that's not the way to do that.
No, look at this. It's a government official, and it's shoved into the scabbard sideways. There's no throat in the scabbard. What's the matter with people? And this is a nice original.
Oh, in all fairness, you don't know what customs did to it.
Oh, that's true too. But
Oh,
boy,
that is
The packaging job could have been.
thank God it didn't hurt the blade. So the scabbard is absolutely a Alcozo, and yeah, that's an
Yeah.
Alcozo dagger. So it's I always tell you, collectors, you can tell the Alcozos with that little sleeve in there in the eyelet. If you see that little sleeve, you know you got an Alcozo, and it's an Alcozo piece. So I mean, a really pretty nice dagger here that. Replacing the throat, if it is indeed missing, is not the end of the world. We can do that. And then there's another scabbard that this is not an Alcozo. This appears to be an Eichhorn, or with both screws missing from the throat. So there's a little project here. You know what? But this knot bite might be an original knot too. Look
It
how
looks
small
like
the ball
it is the
you know?
small knot.
Yeah.
Boy, that would be.
So we'll have to figure out here. Everything's authentic, so there's no crime in putting a throat and runners in it. We want to bring things back to what they were originally, and as long as you're using parts from the same vintage and the same manufacturer, I don't have a problem with that. If somebody does, go ahead and write all the letters you want. It's not gonna bother me. I don't have a problem with it. So, all right. Well, we're still trying to get over how this beautiful government official was jammed sideways into the scabbard, but I don't know. I guess we'll figure that all out. And let's see what we got next here, Johnny. Let's see. Have to lay a denobly before that. Yeah, that works. And a small sip.
You went through that Churchill you were smoking already? Yeah.
Yeah, that baby went fast.
I think I got half of it.
See what we got here. Is this the same guy?
Yeah.
Oh man.
This is quite the tube.
Oh, this is certainly a beautiful, beautiful dagger. It's really beautiful knot. Isn't that knot nice? Beautiful
Yeah, that gold tone is
pommel, and
fantastic.
kind of an unusual button that I would say is a period replacement.
Okay.
See how flat it is?
Mhm.
So you know how these fall out all the time,
Right.
and they got lost. So the Navy guy had to get another button. There's just a slight.
And the
hairline
hairline, but that is
in
the
the grip,
tiniest.
but
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Let's see what we got here. Wow. Super blade.
Ooh, that's a U9.
You know, you're right.
That's a U9.
You're right, Johnny. It is a U9. Got the battleship on. Yeah,
That's
that's a
class.
class. Oh. Collectors, this is one of the most in-demand naval daggers there is. For you guys that don't know, the U9 was a U-boat that was built in World War I, and it was commanded by a man named Wittmann. And in 1914, England thought that these submarines are stupid. They're never going to work. That's just a nutty.
Flash in
And
the pan.
flash in the pan. They bring these 3 cruisers into the North Sea off of Germany or Holland or someplace. And the U9 with Wittmann, he's down there with his periscope. Fire! And he sunk the 3 cruisers all in a row, one by one. And after that, U-boats got the attention of the world. And Vettigan received the Pour le Mérite for that feat too, because it was so cool. I can imagine the publicity the Germans used and all that. It's a shame he was later killed in another U-boat somewhere up near Iceland or something. But so what happened in the in the 30s? A lot of people really still admired Vettigan, especially naval people, and Class offered this special etch, which I'll show it to Robbie and see if he can get it on the camera. But yeah, there's the U-9. But on the etch, you can see the U-boat, and you can see the U-9 on the bow of it, and it's going through the ocean with seagulls around it and so forth. And then on the other side of it, which I'll show you when Robbie's done with it,
I forget where to look for the U-9.
the U-9 is on the bow of the
Tilt it
submarine.
towards you?
Tilt it towards me.
Mm-hmm.
You see it? Got it there?
I can't say I do.
Well, it's there. I just saw it when I put it up here. It's there.
Okay, well, go ahead.
All right, and then on the other side was a scene with a battleship, and then it's heavily stamped with a Robert Class mark, and you'll see some of these blades that don't have a mark on them once in a while, which are still original, but this one absolutely talks to you. And now that I see it, I love this little replacement button here too. It's kind of cool, and a nice, really nice scabbard that's original to it too. So, and the original knot is nice too. So this is a real treasure for the naval collector out there. You just these daggers are really hard to come by, and I have one in my personal collection that I really treasure. And Johnny just handed me a knot here that's in cellophane with the printing on it, and you know, at first glance you go, wow, that's really cool. But I just want to share with you, when you see this pattern on the stem and the slide, and I see it all the time when guys send Army daggers in, this is not an original knot. These are post-war made, so the bag is probably not original either. Just so that's that one we can heave away. We don't.
Hard to tell.
I got a dowel stick this long with those fake knots piled onto them.
Yeah, they made a lot of them.
Made a lot of them, yeah.
Yes, sir.
What else we got here, Johnny?
This looks like a pretty thing.
Oh my God, yeah. Not only looks like a pretty thing, it is. Wow, look at this, collectors. For you guys that may not know the naval daggers, this would be the 1921 model with the black grip. They first instituted the black grip in 1919 as kind of a in mourning thing, because the German Navy took such a brutal battle and brutal beating after the war, and all the ships were scuttled, and it was really a shame. They're all in the bottom of the British Harbor in Scotland and Scapa Flow. I mean, there's about 10 of them all on the bottom there. But this is a 21 officer model. The 1919 cadet model was a cadet, and this was the first officer issued with the black grip. They all had ball tops, but it was the first time that we see this cross guard, see? And then the later model, the 1929, replaced the black grip and kept all of the other features. But what's interesting too, you can tell this is an early dagger right away because it's got the
knots,
figure 8 knots. Very, very nice. And this portopee is absolutely beautiful. It's in scale to the piece. You know, a lot of times you see these and not as bigger, and you know, this is just this was the Imperial tie. They did not institute the double reef type thing until 1924. So this guy kept his
original Imperial knot.
And he didn't wear the dagger much. I mean, this dagger shows no wear in the knot, and it's got our cat's anus insert there, with the red,
Yeah,
blue, and
red,
black
red,
for
yep.
Germany, you know. Oh, I'm curious. I wonder if it's got a nice blade. I hope it does.
Boy.
It also has the screw-in type
Button.
release button,
Mhm.
not the type that's notched in. So that's a nice feature too. Let's just see. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a Holler piece with a sailing ship, which Holler only made sailing ship blades.
Yes.
And what's interesting here, I was talking to you about this earlier today. Holler was the only producer to use points on their Aconta sleeves.
Yes.
So it all just really ties in. As
You can see the difference here.
oh yeah. For you collectors that don't know that it's interesting to see. The Aconta sleeves are the leaves that are at the bottom of a naval scabbard, and usually they're kind of this semi-pointed example, but only the Holler company produced them with a point on them. So when you see that, and then you see a Holler dagger with it, which this is, it just talks to you. You just so to me, a 1929 original officer dagger is a really rare commodity. 1921. They just you just don't see them in
that condition.
Look at that fit. Just push that in. Isn't that amazing? It just
It's
like a
jewelry piece.
Yeah, like a jewelry piece. So this is look at the condition.
Gilt.
Yeah, on the back.
It's
The
untouched.
gilt
It's
is like,
absolutely
this guy hardly wore this piece. That's
If
why I
at
say
all.
the knot is original to it,
100%,
with
yeah.
that tie and all. He was issued it, and he in those days they probably had very few occasions to even wear it. But that is one hell of a.
Wow.
You know something else I noticed, and for you collectors, Holler was also a company that loved springy wire.
I am.
And this has the springy wire on it. It's not the normal twisted wire.
Yeah.
It's springy wire. See how the normal naval wire is twisted brass? The Holler pieces have that springy stuff. Most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time. So this dagger, this thing is 150% right, and has the condition with it too. It's funny. There's a little wear to the gilt on the front, and the back of it is like new.
That is interesting.
Which tells me it was never really worn, because this is just from people over the years, picking it up. But that is a real killer. So there you go, guys. You see a U9 and a 21.
Goodness, these are some rare things. This
Rare
also
things
looks
in a box that was falling apart, where a lot of it could have got lost. The miracle it didn't in that box. Terrible.
This also looks promising.
Wow, this will get you lost real fast. I'll tell you guys, you need a couple of these to get through some of this stuff, because it's so astounding sometimes. I think it is anyhow. Do you guys understand how great those two naval daggers are? I mean, it just these are not things that you see.
Wow, speaking of astounding naval daggers.
Well, we got another one. Oh my
Look at
goodness.
Look at that
Look at
hammered
that.
scabbard.
Look at that hammered scabbard. And a changeover pommel. Oh, here we go again, collectors. This is that 37 changeover pommel with the wreath is vaulted way outward, and the wings are nicely recessed and all. And a super hammered scabbard. Look at the... they even went to the extent of engraving the eyelets on it. Just really beautiful. Wow, look at that, and a drilled button too. Look how pretty that is. Can you see the engraving on that, collectors? They're oak leaves that are engraved into the
Hand
eyelets.
done, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, all hand done, and probably an extra charge to have that too. You know.
That detail.
Oh, you want the peen scabbard? Okay, but there's 2 Pfennigs more if you want. You know. And it's got a nice knot on it. I don't know whether the knot's original to it, but it's a nice tie, and it looks like it's been on there a long time. And if you want a challenge, try to tie this knot with this side cord.
Right?
It is impossible. Absolutely impossible. Well, here we are. We're Johnny and I are just both still oogling over this beautiful hammered scabbard with the changeover pommel and the nice
All the
button
gilt.
and all. Well, you want to take a look at it?
Yeah,
See what it is?
I
We
got
got to
got
look.
my hopes up now.
Yeah. WKC. WKC was famous for this extra engraving too. Look at the condition of
Nice
this
stamp.
blade. Condition of the blade is extraordinary. Is it a fouled anchor? No.
No, it's sailing ship.
It's a sailing ship. Again, that makes sense. With the this was a ball pommel, and the sailing ship with WKC was only made early. They didn't produce
that's right.
it really on
Color
the,
made them always, but
Yeah.
the WKC
Yep.
only early on.
Yeah, it's
There it is.
it's fully mint. It's a very beautiful dagger. Now there you go, collectors. If you got a real nice standard naval, how could you not want to add that? You know, just
Yeah. The hammered scabbards
Yeah.
are so fantastic. That sort
Oh,
of
yeah.
fish scale pattern, you know.
yeah, just
The extra
really,
cost, but
That's really beautiful. Oh, do we have any more from this box?
we got one more. This is, I
Oh,
tell you what, for falling apart tube, this has been a
Yeah,
quite
looks like the packaging's falling apart
a
also.
little bit, but you gotta be real careful
Let's
here.
see what we got here. This looks like another exotic.
Looks like an applicant.
Yeah, we'll see. Ooh. Yeah, wow, this is really a beauty also. This is, wow, look at this.
Oh.
That's the collectors. This is this design is based on the 1871 applicant's dagger, but it has a lot of extra features that you normally wouldn't see. You notice that it doesn't have capstan quilling ends here. It's got acorn devices.
Acorns are fantastic.
That is unique. I've never seen it before. That must have been totally custom ordered. And usually the pommels just curve over and that's it. This has this little small miniature
Wow.
Imperial crown. It's really,
Even got the
really,
cross right on the top.
really pretty. And again, not sharp. You don't want to, do them to be sharp. And the scabbard leather is still beautiful. The little clamshell is stationary. Sometimes you'll see them where they fold. They were hinged, but I've never seen those crossguard quillins. That is really,
Absolutely
really pretty.
beautiful. Look at
Really,
the work
really
on
pretty.
those.
Yeah.
Detail is amazing.
Yeah. And what else is interesting? These were technically bayonets,
Really?
not dirks. And the reason for that was they had a lot of trouble before the 1870s with cadets stabbing each other with these things and all that. So they thought they make a bayonet, it'd be safer. And that's why it has the two rings, because this was worn vertically from a frog.
Yeah.
And let's see what, oh, forget it.
Well, they didn't stop with the quilling ends, did they? My God, that is what, small peacock, right?
Small roses.
Small roses.
Look at that. Wow.
Wow, that's some of the most beautiful Damascus I've ever
look at
seen.
that.
There's a
Oh.
maker there, Dad. Who is that?
Let me see here. I believe it's a WKC. Can you see that, Johnny? I can't see it, but
Huh.
or is it not?
Well, there's a mark there, though. It's WKC.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, it
the
is.
head
Yeah, just the
with
head.
no initials.
I
Right.
don't see initials, just the head.
Yeah.
You lay it down for me, John?
Look
So-
at that blade.
So this was not an applicant's dagger. This would have been a paymaster's dagger. Paymasters could order stuff
Special
like this.
upgrades.
Special upgrade, and this is the kind of thing that you'll see just from paymasters. Some applicant who was only an NCO was not
qualified to be able to order that.
And
Huh?
that just, or had the purse to buy something like that. So it's a very, 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 very beautiful piece, and with small roses damask besides.
I've never seen such small,
Yeah,
perfectly done
that's
roses.
You'll see they make it on a sword blade, but it's a little larger. This was
Right.
made to make the scale of
Proportional,
the piece.
right?
Proportional, yeah.
But that's amazing.
Oh, this is an astounding piece also. Wow.
It came with
And this is all in that box where the stuff was falling out, guys.
these.
Wow, I think they're the straps for this
That's
piece.
correct.
Look at that, guys.
This way, right?
Yeah, that way, yeah. Isn't that amazing? Here's the original straps for this piece. See how they clipped onto the rings? Wow. Boy, that's pretty cool, huh?
That's gotta be
that's
one of the
really
finest
cool.
in the world, huh?
Yeah,
I would think
you see
so.
that all the time. Huh?
No, you know.
Well, here's to you, Paymaster. I hope you
Wow.
did a good job. I think there was a little family money with this guy. I don't.
It must have been something. All the bells and whistles. The acorns are fantastic.
Never seen it before, ever. No, this is actually all
Every one
four
of
of
them.
these pieces are
Outstanding.
very special. I mean, it would take years to find stuff
Any
like that.
one of those.
Yeah, any one of them. You just and here's 4 astounding pieces all together. The hammered scabbard one is much lesser, but it's still what a great example it is. You know.
Every one of them.
This 21 has to be the best example I've ever seen. And of course the U9 is spectacular. And then this Paymaster, wow. What a cool thing.
Okay.
Well, collectors, we're seeing some really astounding
Beautiful
things
things.
here. Stuff that almost knocks you on the floor.
Still
It
trying to
just,
recover from those navals.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we still got a couple more boxes. Are you still with us? If not, I understand. It's a long time, but we've seen. You know, I always tell you, I don't know what's in these boxes, and I'm just as astounded as anybody else with it. I mean, that last group of stuff. I mean, you'll never
Ever.
see stuff in the rarity, the quality, they're just incredible, and the condition.
Incredible.
You know, yeah. We got another box.
I'm enjoying
yet?
the time. Yes, sir.
You know, what is it? Got a Home Depot box. Oh boy, we're got a set of screwdrivers in here or something. Yeah. Let's see what that is. Hey, I'm going to take a sip of your beer. I ran out. Do you mind?
Not at all.
You got to keep bathed in alcohol with this kind of stuff coming in because it just blows your mind. Oh. Pretty good. That's at Versteiner, right? Oh no, we actually have a Dagger bag.
Hey.
Boy,
I like it.
Oh, I
Good-
like the
good-
bag
yeah,
too.
good
Yeah,
looks,
that's
good
a
look.
good bag. Yeah.
Those are good things are coming.
Must be a return or something. Yeah, right. Well, let's see what we got here. Well, the beat goes. Oh, jeez, another in the scabbard backwards.
You need to do a video on what direction blades
Yeah,
go in
I
scabbards.
well, guys keep saying I need to do a video on how to clean, how to care for,
Yeah, that
and
wouldn't be bad either. Yeah.
look at this. It's flat out mint, stone mint. Look at that. Never worn.
Incredible. Look at that gilt.
Never worn. Just incredible. Let's see what the blade looks like, and we'll put it back the right way. But oh, look at that blade. Brand new. Fouled anchor pattern. I guess it's WKC. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, it just. There you go, guys. That's about the best condition you will ever see on a naval dagger. That does not appear as though it was ever issued. All of the gilt is in the pommel, the crossguard, the scabbard, and It just, you know, it's a Navy dagger, but they're not naval daggers when they're in that condition.
No.
They're just a little more. So that's a pretty nice dagger to throw into a Home Depot box, huh, guys? Look at that sucker.
Beautiful,
Beautiful.
click.
Beautiful click. It's got everything. Oh, that's a very, very nice.
Yeah, you just don't find them with the gilt like
No,
that.
it's a very,
Goes
very
away
nice
so
piece.
quickly.
Very, very nice piece. The condition is absolutely superb.
Get in there.
All right, we got one more.
Do indeed.
One more to go, guys.
It's nice and heavy then.
Oh, you were taking a sip.
Forgot to put the S on the end of the P on sip. Well, you got to keep the old man going here, Rob.
That's right. It's a marathon at this point.
It is a marathon.
Gotta hang in there.
Well, this winds it up, guys. See what
Should be the last
see what's
box.
the last box is.
Until you guys send us some more.
Yep. Well, it looks like a lot of stuff in here. I don't know, but something in there too,
yeah,
is there?
Indeed.
All right. Well,
We start with the small.
give them to me one by one, and let's see what we got here. Looks like maybe a little mini or something, or we shall see.
Be careful with these.
Well, that last naval dagger was something too.
I've never seen that before.
Man,
You are correct, sir.
oh, look at there. A crazy looking grip on it, but I like it. Looks like a Horster Mini. Decent blade, and it's not marked, it looks like, but these were Horster made. But the grip is kind of nice. It's neat the way it.
It's got that nice contrast, right?
Yeah, and see, it's not just round. It's
Yeah, it's got the oval shape to
It's
it.
just realistic all the way, you know. So that's kind of a nice thing, and good detail to the. All right, what else we got? Yeah,
Little
get those
hanging
rings,
rings,
right.
you gotta get 'em
yeah,
right.
I have it right, yeah.
You know. Give me a minute here. This looks like they did a good job.
Yeah, this guy was a little careful here with his stuff.
Always good.
Yeah. Bob Burns cutter still working. Boy, we went through 3 hours here and that cutter's still at it. Is that the same cutter, Johnny?
It is indeed, yeah.
Amazing. Looks like we got a dagger here, guys. And
Yes.
straps. Oh, another customer. All right, we got some nice straps here, and look at the length of these things. They must be the longest straps, Luftwaffe straps I've ever seen. Those babies got to be 12 inches long with deluxe fittings. And we got a nicely frayed porta-pee. What happened here, the knot was doubled, and that's what caused this. Somebody retied it here over the years, but you know, there's not much left of that porta-pee, but it's original to the piece. Nice white grip, looks good. A good blade. Just a standard run-of-the-mill WKC Luftwaffe. Not too bad.
I like how this qualifies as run of the mill to you.
Yeah, run-of-the-mill, yeah. But that's kind of nice with all the stuff. That knot has seen better days. I always find it hard to imagine that an officer in the German Luftwaffe is carrying his dagger and it would have a knot on it like that. You would think you would buy a new knot or something. It just kind of, it's sort of like walking around with a big hole in your tunic or something, which they wouldn't do.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's it.
It shows you've been there.
He'd been there, that's right. Yeah.
He's not a newbie.
Nah, not a newbie. What do we got here? Another set of nice straps. Yeah, those are pretty.
Nice.
They're really pretty. Condition is superb. No wear on the back at all, guys. Really, really nice straps. So we're probably going to see a nice army dagger to go with it, I would think. Let's see what we got here.
Looks like a nice acorn, right?
Yeah, it does look like an acorn. Yeah, nice grip and nice acorn scabbard and
Yeah, that's beautiful.
good silvering. No dings, no hits. Yeah, that's you know, here's something, guys, where you want to, if you want a really nice, the last army you buy, you know, that's really good. Something like this is beautiful. The blade is not as beautiful as the outside, but it's still okay. I'm not too thrilled with the way the tip looks like it's been refashioned.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, it is an acorn, but this is something, guys, where if you can find an acorn blade from the same vintage that's perfect, there's no crime in that. Because it's kind of a shame, it's such a beautiful dagger,
Really
and that tip kind of takes away from it. But well, we'll see there. We'll see. What are you going to do? If somebody wants it with that blade in it, it's no problem. But I would like to find another blade for that one. Yes, sir. What do we got here, Johnny?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, or a bad question. We don't know, but we shall see in a minute. Let me get another sip of your beer, Rob.
Bobby.
It's your beer now, Pop.
Bobby's getting robbed.
It's your beer now.
Well, it might be your beer, but I bought it. Yeah. Well, you could get drunk waiting for Johnny to open this box.
Doing my best. Why are you gonna take care of these things, huh? This looks interesting.
Wait a minute here. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Boy, this is an astounding plaque here. It's got all these names and dates on it. It's a Wander Prize. This was, you know, they did a lot of hiking and so forth. That was the club, but they had a shooting contest. Besten Schützen der Kameradisch Soldaten und Frontkampfer. So they must have awarded this to the winners of the different years. Wouldn't you think that's what it is?
Looks that way, absolutely. 36, 38, 40, 42.
Yeah.
37, 39.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, 41.
And this, I think, is an SA man, is it not? It looks like it is.
Looks like it's me.
You want to get a shot of that, Ob? That is a that's a real butt kicker there. I like stuff like that where it traveled from year to year to different people, and the last date was 41.
I thought I saw 41 here. No, I think 42 is the last date right there.
42. I'm surprised they were having shooting contests in 42. And I'll bet you anything that the guy in 42, they said, here, you can keep the plaque.
Yeah, could be. You can
But
tell it
that's
becomes a little less elaborate. 36 is quite elaborate.
Yeah,
And a
yeah,
little
isn't
less,
that true? Yeah, the
little
42
less.
is the cheapest.
And the 41 and 42 is just...
just get a hunk of
just
metal
nail it
and
on
engrave
there.
it. Yeah, nail it on there. And then here's what I always like to see on these German pieces, this triangular hanger. They all have it. And so that's really a That's really a nice plaque.
I really like the armband on that.
Yeah, see the armband and a cross strap, and the cap you can see on the side. You can see the eagle in the front of the cap.
Yeah,
See it there?
Yeah.
You just you got
That's
all the
real
touches
attention to
there.
detail there.
Yeah, detail.
Yeah. So that's no slouch, and I guess that wraps us up, huh, Johnny?
No.
No.
Come
Oh
on.
my God! Even the
on?
beers run out. So.
Uh-oh.
All right. What else we got?
Got 3 more.
In the same box?
Yeah, that's a good box.
You gotta like that plaque, guys. I like that. That's really. I like this Denobili too. And I'm not so hot on the beer, but Bear Steiner is good. Gotta keep going here somehow, guys. I guess my nose is getting redder. I know I always have a red nose. I wonder why. What could be causing that? I can't understand it. I went up to hair and makeup, and maybe I should have the nose made up a little bit.
Inexplicable, not to worry.
Well, here we go. A later Hitler Youth. See, now this is the one with the pot metal.
Yep.
And the plating just didn't.
Doesn't stick.
But the strap's still good. The insignia is still
supple.
good. Original paint on the scabbard. Well, the blade is not sensational, but it is an
double marked.
Eichhorn, double-proof Eichhorn, dated 1940. So it's not too bad. It's representative of the year.
Yeah, the
you
time.
know, some of you guys might be collecting Eichhorn HJ knives, and you
That's right.
need one to put into your collection, and it's not too bad. It's average, but still it is what it is, and it's all right.
Original things are always good.
Yep. Still more, huh, Johnny?
2 more. I know you. I
Wow.
can tell you're.
Wow. I'm just worried the beer's running out, not the daggers.
Not to worry, sir. We can buy more
Yeah.
beer. We can't buy more.
Well, you know,
the
collectors,
daggers.
I got a stash up there in my refrigerator.
They make new beer.
Mm.
They don't make new daggers. Not the good one. This looks like a good thing.
Wow.
That's nice and early. Ooh, nice grip.
Wow. Well, you know, I've had a guy that's been, is that black or brown? I guess it's
Brown.
brown. It is
Yeah.
brown, yeah.
Good.
Wow, look at the grip.
That's fantastic.
Got that nice tiger striping in it with nice cross guards, and the anodizing is, I mean, it's just almost perfect. And the button has never been dropped. TH is that, or what is that, Johnny? My eyes aren't as good as yours. Wow, look at the reverse of the
Boy,
grip.
that's a hard one to see.
Is it? Yeah.
HO.
Oh, no, HO would be over here. It can't
Really?
be HO.
Boy, that's.
The Hockland is always over on the side.
Looks like an
you know.
H, but it's really hard.
Oh,
to
it could
tell
maybe
anything else.
that
Is
guy
there an
that
H
stamped
alone?
these things, I swear, was drunk anyhow. He hit him at wherever he could
Bobby, can you get a good look at it?
get a good look at that tiger stripe grip too. That is really a
See,
beauty.
it looks like an H, but beyond that, I can't tell.
Well, we can study that. It doesn't matter, I guess.
Get a loop.
The loop, yeah.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
I think we already got a loop on here. We're
What a beautiful grip. I'm interested in the maker.
yeah, the collectors are probably saying, "Are you going to show us the blade or what?" You know. And it's in the scabbard backwards. Why do they do that? I don't understand that. I just don't understand that. I'll bet you 60%.
Yeah,
of
that's the weird
dagger
thing.
red.
It's more than 50-50.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Ooh.
oh yeah, the blade is a killer.
With that darkening and the
Oh,
lettering.
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Look,
it's a round room.
It's a room, and it's
Yeah,
the heller
holder.
with the anchor, and you guys probably know that the anchor is small.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
On
They used a bigger
on
one.
the room pieces. So you know, somebody that's looking for a nice
You gotta get a good look at
round
that, Avi.
room,
Let me turn it this way.
that's really a nice example. I mean, the grinding is there, but it's fairly
that's
neatly done.
period,
And
but
they
the
did
grip-
save the trademark. The grip is just outrageous. I bet that was a beautiful dagger when the inscription was still there and all.
Still a beautiful dagger.
Yep. Well, there you go. This man had some interesting things here. Oh, there's more. Wow.
The last one, I promise.
Oh, I love the grip on it. This.
Yeah, right?
I would have to have this dagger in my collection if I needed a tiger grip, because that is just really,
outside
really
of
beautiful.
an honor dagger, you don't see that.
It's a beautiful, beautiful grip.
Be patient with me here.
Yeah.
I don't want to open these while you're talking. I can't. I think.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Well, don't worry about it. You're getting pretty good at this, Johnny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. For a
Haven't
newbie.
cut yourself yet. It's amazing.
I know, right?
Absolutely astounding.
Yeah, this looks promising as well.
There's another drop here. Yeah. Pretty tedious there.
Yeah, you don't want to
You
scratch
don't
it.
want to. You don't want to scratch the grip
No,
though.
you don't want to make any.
Take it easy and.
Yeah, it
Looks like a.
got lacquer.
Oh, all right. I like lacquer.
That looks nice.
Wow. Boy, that
Ascalop?
lacquer, Ascalop, I was just going
Be
to
my
say
guess.
that. Yeah. And look at the fit. Beautiful one. Beautiful scabbard.
Hako did it too, but it's usually lighter wood.
That
looks like Ascalop to me.
Ascalop to me too.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful scab. Right?
Yeah, and it's that one is marked SW. Is that right?
Yep,
SW?
that looks right to me. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's clear.
You know, a lot of collectors, they write me and say, oh, this thing's got old lacquer on it that some GI did.
Right.
You have to realize that there were some companies,
Certain makers.
Bickle also lacquered their
Bickle,
grips.
Ascalop and Hako,
Yeah.
I think, did too.
Hako did too, yeah. And of course, it's in the scabbard backwards.
Well, you got to be consistent.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we got here. All right, we got a really nice blade here. Lots of grain still in it. Now, do we bet on who it is? That's the thing. That's the thing. Anybody want to lay odds? It's a Hako or an Ascalop. We're going to really look like fools if it's not.
We will. Oh, it's an
It's an
Ascalop
Ascalop ground room.
Even
But
better.
we were right. Even better, yeah. There
Even
you
better.
go, guys. And with the
Wow.
ground room, again, the trademark is
It's
small.
small, yeah. The Ascalop is usually much bigger, but that is
Yeah.
beautiful. Wow, look at that.
But it is Ascalop.
Yep.
I think I have a man that I met at the SOS show that works for Ascalop today.
Correct. Yes, I know this
And
gentleman.
he was looking for an Ascalop dagger because he works
collects
for
them, yep.
So now I have one for him.
There you go. Greetings to
go.
him. Good
So
man. Wow.
does that wrap things up, Johnny?
It does indeed, sir.
There you go. Sorry we didn't have anything for you to look at.
Nothing good, right?
Nothing good. Well, I think we had the best and maybe some of the worst, but a lot of things that
Some
were
in
really
between.
nice in between, and I think it's all fun, and so collectors, that'll be unboxing number 65. Was it on?
That's right.
I know it's been long. You guys are, but again, put
Thanks
it
for
on the
hanging in
hold
there.
button,
Yep.
take a nap, put
There
it
you
back
go.
on again.
We'll be there.
I want to take a nap.
Right. But we tried our best, and as I like to say, thank you so much for watching, and Johnny, thank you so much for the.
Thanks for having me. This is fun.
So it's fun, and we'll have another unboxing next week. And if we don't write me that I'm dead.
Please stop doing that. Poor guy's getting a complex.
Yeah, I am. But I really enjoy these things. Maybe drink a little too much, smoke a little too much, but the material is here, and I hope that you pick up a little knowledge in between. And if I can help you with anything, as I always say, please send me an email. I'll be glad to. So that'll do us, and really enjoy you. I think, I'm talking to each and every one of you too. So I really enjoy your watching the videos. Thank you. We'll see you.